Yes, welcome to the Bowling Ground! Last one of the season!
What a guess to end it.
For people that can't see, Davy Martindale's just standing up telling him what to say.
Took him 10 seconds, man.
Matt, how are you, big man? You good?
I'm good, mate. I'm very well. Yourself?
Good, mate. We've
Mate,
had a great season.
you're looking absolutely tremendous.
Time in the gym now, Andy. I've got nothing else better to do, mate.
Do you think you're the strongest man in Scottish football? Genuinely?
Nah.
Who'd be the competition,
Who else should be the competition?
Strongest in terms of what, though?
Just you could fucking ragdoll people, mate.
Nah, there's some strong boys out
Would
there.
you box? You've boxed before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Would you box Roscoe?
Oh, 100%. What happened to him, man? I'll go in now in my shirt.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
I
If
did.
you were going to give him a bit of feedback for his boxing, what would you say?
Keep your hands up and throw punches now. Blocking him with his face like Homer Simpson, man.
Well, and that's you, mate. Done with football.
Done, mate.
Last day at Motherwell done.
Aye, last day was Friday and then obviously game Saturday.
Sad.
No, not the new. Might get to a point where I'm missing it next year, but nah, the new I'm quite happy. I'm sad that to the point I didn't even want to come in today after the weekend, but
But what a career he had, wasn't it?
Yeah.
congratulations, mate.
Won a league?
I'm happy for you.
Brilliant. Won it. Dale Ferguson messaged me right after the game.
Did he?
Enjoy your day. You deserve it.
But
For what I done, he
that's
deserve
the
it.
difference. That's the difference.
What's the difference?
Bit of class.
I'd have done the exact same.
Imagine, no, you wouldn't.
He'd have turned his phone off, mate. He'd have turned his phone off.
So were you on the pitch or were you the one booing for the stand?
I was booing. It. No, but that's nobody can say that's good, mate. That's not.
What, the idiots on the pitch?
The fans on the pitch. Like, listen, there's
Oh,
one.
no, I was talking about Adamu. What about them, mate? They people are so funny, aren't they? Adamu's going a bit like he's fucking scored 20 goals.
Best game I've ever been to, mate.
Was it?
Aye.
We're going to come, eh? We're going to come.
Sure.
But went to Manchester Friday. Celtic fans were coming up to him, Kitty O'Shea's, and goes, what do you think for Saturday, Paul? And he was like, fingers crossed, mate. That's a nick, innit? He's actually...
Fingers crossed.
That's you, yeah.
And then Dirty Old Town came on, mate, and I was watching him and he was like that. Dirty Old Town.
Is that an old guy, wasn't it?
He kept doing that to a Celtic fan, too.
How was it when you went down?
Good, mate, huh? Food was lovely, wasn't it?
Aye, where was
Ended
it?
up steaming, you.
Lennox, wasn't it?
Lennox,
Lennox, what a place, aye.
End up steaming it.
Decent.
Any Icks for you, man? If you in this Ick stuff?
Nah. I'm too chill for that side.
What about your missus' trousers, mate? I need them.
Oh, which pair, man?
The ones you wore at the Celtic Park, your trousers were unbelievable. Where are they
lot
from?
of baggy trousers, mate. I've got no idea. It's just some sort of new thing. A lady called Dawn's doing some stylish stuff for us, so yeah, I think I just go into
Very cool.
any baggy trousers and just put them on.
That's the old Derek Ferguson job for that.
I said off him, mate.
Mate,
Oh, did he bring it over for
Bring
you?
it us on Thursday, huh?
You've raided him.
I know. He's got more for us as well.
We just go
This
to his
is
gaff
nice.
and take them.
I think Lewis just bumps him on, mate, I have. Lewis bumps him on, huh? This is nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
That's nice, that, innit?
Yeah, I like
Zara?
that a lot.
Well,
25 quid.
was it?
It's a steal, by the way.
Aye.
You're quite stylish, Sandy, aren't you?
Going for it.
So
Aye, you've got a wee bit
we'll
of
go
money,
into it today, get something, get a rig out for the weekend.
Are you want to hear some of the fans ones? 'Cause
Aye,
these are the last ones that I've known, because it's the last one of the season, so all the ones that I've known been said. This is fucking long, but you ready for it? Hi, mate, big fan of the show. Me and the boys listen week in, week out. I've got a nick. I think it's a belter, but I appreciate you not saying my name. Fuck, I've just said his name.
Sakes, man.
I just started seeing a lassie and we went on a wee holiday in the sun together after only 2 months of seeing each other. Everyone was classed, honeymoon period, you know what it's like. 5 days into the week holiday, I walked into the bathroom when she was in the shower and she was washing her underwear with shower gel in the shower, no joke. I was like, what are you doing? She just said, I never packed enough. Come on, look at the size of them, how can you not pack enough? In worst case scenario, pop down to a wee shop and buy some. But that gave me the absolute there and then honeymoon period over.
That's the problem.
It wouldn't bother me if Jilly done that.
Washed her
But I
undies
think
in the sink.
if you've just slept with somebody, maybe aye.
That's bogging,
Just
isn't it?
pack a not that underwear.
pack
Like,
enough,
come
aye.
on.
His dad washes his boxes in the kitchen sink.
Do you change
His
it?
dad's boxes or yours?
Do you change your boxes every day?
Fucking course I do.
I don't know if you would. I know what you mean.
I know.
I think there's some days it rolls over.
Aye.
No, I'm not like, I have 2 showers a day and boxers change every day.
So after every shower, you change your boxers.
No, the nighttime shower, I go to sleep naked.
I don't know.
You have a shower every
You have a
day?
shower? Of course I shower every day. You shower and then
every
put the same boxes back on.
He does that.
He does.
He does.
No, the same one, it's different pair.
Right, Sean Kelly, pet peeve, ick for you, mate. Just seen a grown man driving a convertible with his top off. Absolute red card.
Oh,
Hey,
embarrassing.
that's Davy Martindale, isn't it?
Embarrassing.
Chipper.
Chipper.
That's embarrassing.
Aye,
That.
that's
You
embarrassing.
can't be doing that.
Would you ever get a convertible now? Put the roof back.
No.
I'm too old. I'm nearly 40, man. You can't do that.
Done that. Man.
Can't have a quilt.
David Mullen, this is good. So I can't believe it's not been on the show already. Pet peeve and a nick, people that open a yogurt and lick the underside of the foil.
Oh no, I'd do that.
I scrape it with the spoon.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't mind scraping, but you.
I'd tongue a life at that.
Do you?
Aye.
Tongue the
All day
life
long.
with it.
100%.
What
Like
you
you
saying,
doing
Ben?
it. I didn't eat yogurts.
But you've had a yogurt before.
When I was a wee guy, I'd lick it, but now I'd never eat an yogurt.
Do you know what I've noticed? You're against like all kinds of licking, aren't you?
Unless it's...
Like licking your fingers and that, like you don't like any.
Oh, licking your fingers is bogging, mate.
I'd lick my fingers all the time.
Nah. I'm not
Sammy does
doing
like
that.
that, though.
Love that. Do you lick your fingers after they did? Francis...
Don't mind it.
This is good. Francis Blair, I want your opinion. It's got an ick for you, Si. My husband has just chased the ice cream van down the road. He is 50, by the way, in 2 weeks, and we don't have kids.
Brilliant. All day long.
Like
I'm chasing it.
Will you chase the ice
Chasing
cream
it.
van?
To get sprinkles on his ice cream.
So you do it,
His eye in a flake.
What?
I love an ice cream van, mate.
I think it's better than the shop.
Aye.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I'm the same with that.
I don't know if
ice
it's
cream
just
van.
the nostalgia and the storyline to it. Brilliant.
Ice cream van, man.
Nah, they're long gone.
Andrew, what was pet peeve that just happened? Selling of clothes on Vintage for pennies, and guy messages asking can I measure it for him armpit to armpit. Can't just be me that thinks that's a wild shout for a £4 jacket.
I think he's doing that
To piss him off.
Aye, to piss him off. To wind
People
him up.
do that on eBay. Can you measure it armpit to armpit? Fuck off.
Come on, man, yeah.
Mate, people have got like empires, mate, selling things on Vinted, like make fortunes. I seen a guy on TikTok who's got like a big warehouse just full of old clays, and he goes in every day and sells
That's his job?
hunters worth of vintage stuff, aye.
Wow.
You should do that.
I could do that. I've got
you
fucking
should
so
do
much
that.
clays, good shout.
I see you doing it.
Pants.
Hey, Si, not sure what you want to classify this, an ick or a pet peeve, but I've just taken the missus out for a pizza, and on the table next to us there's another couple where the guy has eaten his entire pizza without eating any of the crusts, while his missus has polished hers. Go out for a Happy Meal next time, you fucking man-child.
I think the crust's the best part.
Same.
Yeah.
Dipping into a fucking chili dip or something.
Aye.
Oh,
I get stuffed crust, but you don't like that.
I love stuffed crust, mate. And Domino's,
Amazing,
fucking
isn't
beautiful.
Nah,
Best bit of pizza, mate.
Pizza Hut, surely. Domino's pizza's poor.
Pizza Hut's done.
See, I like the deep pan for Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Proper thick
Yeah,
base.
that's what I get
What do you
for
think
that.
of barbecue base?
Yeah.
No,
all over it.
fuck off.
All over it,
man.
All
Fuck
over
off,
it.
barbecue
No,
base.
All over, yeah, barbecue base.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's not a pizza,
What do you think's the
man.
best Italian in
Listen to the
Glasgow?
Italian guy for Dundee, man.
Best Italian in Glasgow?
Grosso, are you fucking mad? But hands down by you.
He's flying, are you?
He's not flying.
What's your top 3 Italians? You like Don Costanza, don't you? Which is really...
Grosso, Don Costanzo. My third would be... I don't know about my third, to be
Tony
honest.
Max?
No. Don't know.
Do you know who's good, mate?
I'll just go to 2.
2,
Amori's good.
Mori is
Oh,
old
Cafe
school,
Parma. Sorry.
Good location. Location's
Say that.
amazing.
Don't say that.
I don't get much Italian vibes for your place.
Amazing. Barry,
The views on that time. I was getting viewed.
amazing. Barry Welsh, Si, here's an ick that my missus done last night. This is the last one. We got a black rooster delivered to the house. She got the tender strips. She took the chicken out the bag to put on her plate. She then started drinking the leftover sauce straight from the bag.
Oh,
Dirty
man.
bastard.
No, that's disgusting. That's
That's
disgusting.
horrific, man.
That's finishing it.
Yeah.
That's the end, aye.
Shocking.
That's Bob.
Yeah.
Imagine her arse after that. Oh,
That's
violent.
Mate, I've got a peeve.
Go for it.
So for so long, people, especially last weekend, people were saying, he's so biased, can't watch his show, he's so Celtic-sided. Then on Thursday when I say, I think that it wasn't a penalty, people say, he's shitting his Celtic. You can't win, either way. Do
I get that every single week.
you know what I mean?
Rangers fans tell me I pander to Celtic fans, and Celtic fans tell me I'm biased.
Mate, would you ever go on a show, though, and say something?
He never meant.
No, but if you're a
For
Celtic
sake
fan or a Rangers fan or whatever, you would say it just to suck up to fans?
No.
I would never do that, mate.
No.
No.
I think it would come across that you're doing that.
Yeah.
I don't think we do it.
Penalty, mate?
I think we
I,
did.
can see, I genuinely can see both sides.
It's mad,
It
mate,
was,
innit?
it was
It's the
annoying me when
maddest
people
thing
were saying
ever.
that he didn't hit his hand. That was embarrassing. I thought the language used after it was poor. But I can see both sides of the argument, definitely.
It's crazy because I watched it 5 times, didn't get whiz. Then the still picture looks like the ball's just sitting his horn. Then we watched the video behind the goal. And it didn't look,
Sure.
didn't know.
And that AI stuff and that, it's so hard, isn't it?
Mm.
That gives me the fucking fear, that AI.
Yeah,
a
I know.
You actually don't. You don't realise it because you're not looking for kits and balls and that. Do you know what I mean? So see that first one that came out?
Tommy Sheridan got done a belter, didn't
It took me about 3 years to realise that Motherwell were wearing a Nike kit. Fucking hell, sitting on his horn.
Anything else anything annoys you in life, Marv?
Nah, as I said, I'm just too chill. Just get on with it, man. Let people do what they need to do.
Nah, mate, I know you've got a bit of
Anything for players, man. When you were a manager.
Because you had them with Queen of the South players, didn't you?
No, sorry,
Yeah,
that's
we
taking
banned
a football, mate.
Shocking.
Andy, you'd have been done, mate. We banned Snooze straight away.
That's so bad, mate, for
one of the
players.
things.
Mate, see, 2 years ago, we were coming to the end of our season and we found out that players were taking snus on the bench.
Aye.
We didn't know, obviously, and somebody went by, you know, the boys fucking take snus on the bench, and we went off our tits.
Oh yeah, boys taking it like before warm up and stuff. Like we banned snooze completely. That's one of the first things we did. Like
What, in the whole, like, every day?
no snooze any day within the building. And if you got caught doing it,
What happened? Was Davey no selling at the back of his motor?
Back of the Porsche, man.
Back of the door. So snus. Does Motherwell, does a big man like snus?
No, he doesn't like it.
Same.
Which is mad because Scandinavia,
Yeah, it's big there.
they're
Isn't it?
all on it.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why he doesn't like it.
That's it.
Anything else for players, Marv?
No, the lads were good. Like literally, they were good, man. Oh, mobile phones we banned as well. Like,
See, I hate that.
but boys were allowed to go on them up until like 3 o'clock. To literally come back in from the warm up. Some boys would be on it. Like,
Fuck off.
they were fine. They were fine with it. Yeah. So we
I
changed
hate that.
Coming from the
Absolutely.
warm up and go on their phone.
Go on your phone, message or whatever else. So after 2 o'clock, there was no mobile phones out. Even if it's for your music, it was fine. But if you were caught like message or anything, it was £100. Because again, you need to be concentrating on what you're going out there to do.
Even like canteen every day for like your lunch and that.
Oh yeah, no, they're banned
phones.
upstairs. Yeah, everyone had to go upstairs at 12:30 together. Captain would lead them up every day.
I
That's
like
some
that.
of the things we
Like
did.
Standards, mate.
Standards, mate.
The ones after the game, like 5 o'clock, they've just been beat and they're on their phones. That's awful as well, isn't it?
Hated that.
Laughing with our pals, the opposition.
Posting
Putting
on the
pictures
gram,
on
say,
Instagram, aye.
scored a goal,
As bad
lost
as it
6-1.
As bad as it gets, that.
I've got a pet peeve. People that fucking pull over too far when the police are passing. You do not need to go on the fucking curb of the street. Just we're driving. I'm going up a two-way street, so the police are coming. I'm driving behind the fucking slowest driver in the world. Police are coming this way. It's a two-way street, so fucking turns in. I was like, the police can get past.
Aye.
Anyway,
To be fair, talking that, I hate when people, when you do pull over and then the guy behind you or lady behind you doesn't then let you back out and they just go by you and you're like, mate,
Aye,
come
he's
on.
like that.
Pull in front of you. Come on, man.
Aye,
Bit of
what you
etiquette
mean?
now.
Slaney, angry driver.
Can you drive?
No, Andy boy. You're a bit of an angry driver, aren't you?
I'd say most of my hatreds in life revolve around being in the water.
With me. Innit? When I'm in the motor with you, I really get under his skin, mate.
How?
Aye.
The anger he shows me. He's the most terrifying guy I've ever been in a motor with.
Why are you lying?
He just snaps at me anytime he wants.
But what? What's
Just
that
dating.
stuff?
Sweets, rappers getting left.
I know that the rapper's getting left eye.
It's not a recycle
Like,
bin.
he'll bring in a full lunch in a bag, and at the end it's just all lying about your motor. Honestly, mate. 4 bags of sweets he came in with all day.
That's fucking idiotic.
Finished them all.
That's idiotic, mate. 4 bags of sweets.
Cool wee guy, man.
No, 2 bags. I had 2 bags.
How was your first experience on the vlog room?
No, it was good. It was good. I did say to him though, I think his vlogs are gold. So I think I didn't want to get involved too much. I wanted him to do his bits and then obviously we'd sit with the game, and I thought it worked well. But to see the game in general, regardless of the controversy towards the end, it was an unbelievable game, wasn't it? Absolutely
Amazing,
brilliant.
Intensity of the
Aye,
game is
It
incredible.
was really good.
I'm telling you, if I chucked playing or coaching, I'd get wherever he goes, I'd get a season ticket, mate. I could watch that football.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
You might not need to go farm, mate.
Is there any chance he stays at Motherwell? Any chance?
No.
Nah,
I can't stay at Motherwell, mate. He's-
no way.
Celtic? Do you think he's going to Celtic?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do as well.
I think it's him or O'Neill. There you go.
So there's
You
one.
think it could be O'Neill?
See,
We're asking him
that's the
again,
first
look.
time that I've actually thought it could be him, because see when he got asked, he's been dead dismissive of it
Yeah.
for months. That's the first time he's got asked about it, and he almost like he didn't dismiss it. He was just in there like he doesn't know, like we'll get chats with them, and so that made me think that see if he wants it, I think he gets it.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about it's going to come, but today's show is brought to you by the Clubhouse, the stunning sports bar situated at the top of Princess Square. As ever, open go viewers can get 20% off your food bill when you quote Open Go, Andrew.
The Clubhouse will be showing the Europa League final on Wednesday night between Freiburg and Aston Villa, 8 p.m. That's 3-0 Villa. Who do you fancy for that one?
Villa.
Villa.
He's a fucking master of that, mate.
How many has he won in that?
All day long.
3 or 4?
I actually watched their game against Liverpool as well. They were brilliant.
Yeah.
Liverpool are shocking.
How shite are they, mate?
Oh,
Do you need to go? Slot need to go?
He needs to go. They've
They were
chucked
so
it up.
bad.
Has anyone ever been beat at this competition? Has he ever won any other trophy?
We
Just
won.
this?
Did they win with Seville and Villarreal?
Yeah.
The one we's under 13s team that he took as well.
And of course,
mad, mate.
And of course, they'll then be showing the Scottish Cup final this Saturday with Martin O'Neill Celtic taking on Neil Lennon's Dunfermline at 3 p.m, followed by the Premier League's final day on the Sunday. There's no better place for watching the games, getting a pint of nice food in the clubhouse. Book yourself a table at the link in the description box below.
Brilliant, lads. It's hydro week.
Off.
5 days? Can't sleep, mate. I'm fucked.
No, I'm never like this. But this is I don't know why the nerves have hit me the last couple of days.
Same.
No nerves in the sense that like I know it'll be amazing, but it's just you just want to just make sure it's like you want to just be there. It's the build up, innit?
It's not enjoyable. Somebody said to me yesterday, "Oh, you must be buzzing this week." I'm a fuck.
The build up's
I'm in
horrible,
turmoil, man.
The best feeling is if the first tour goes well, innit? When you're sitting on stage and you know it's gone well.
And then you then I feel like that was unbelievable, and then the second tour you've got, and then that goes shite like fuck.
It's got to be incredible, though, innit?
Aye, amazing.
McCoy's the one we've always wanted. I would just say though as well, we're there for a good time. Forget all the arguments that were there this season. Just cheer us all. When I come on, just make sure you cheer us. No booing.
Mate, it's definitely a booing when you walk out. How's your arse if you're getting booed? You could do the hydro, man. You'd be fine, wouldn't you?
No, I think I'd struggle, man.
Nah,
You'll be fine.
I would struggle.
Can't really see the crowd.
You struggled before. I remember watching
Oof.
We're not allowed to go there. Edit that bit out.
But listen, there's a few surprises that we're keeping for the night, but one thing we have announced is the legend George Bowie will play a DJ set before the show. He'll be starting at 7, so make sure you get down to the hydro early for George getting the party started with the GPX.
Do you remember last year, or the last hydro, sorry, when we were in the green room? Obviously in the green room, it's like a live screen of the fans, the stage basically. And we got some buzz when we seen everyone with George Bowie, didn't we? Because like, see the year before, remember it was like 5 minutes to.
Nobody was in.
Hardly was there, and we were like,
Nobody came.
because George Bowie, the place was bouncing.
Just don't make sure you get there early. 6:30 the doors open, but get there early.
Maybe steward, look.
Oh, no, fucking hell, man.
Steward, man.
Let people do what they want.
Fucking get him a wee yellow jacket,
to you?
man.
Hey, but to be fair,
Make sure you get. Can you just make sure you're orderly when you're coming in? Is it single file?
Sit in the right seat.
Remember last time we had to shorten the show by 15 minutes because it got delayed.
That's true.
So we don't want that.
Be there nice and early. 6:30 the doors open, 8 o'clock start.
So get there for 6 just in case.
I would say 5:30.
5.
Queue for the door.
What's your favourite GPX song?
It generally would be bits and pieces for the full weight. It's basically associated with GBX, isn't it?
There's one surprise that's going to blow the roof off.
He's amazing, isn't he?
Do you know what I talk about?
No.
Ah, you do.
Aye, you do.
The guy who's in the VTs?
Aye.
He's fucking brilliant, There are only about 100 tickets left, with some still remain on the floor. So if you fancy a last minute night out, you can get tickets at the link in the description box below, or scan the QR code on screen there. Definitely don't want to miss this, it's going to be amazing. Come on, Marv.
Nah. I'm away, mate.
Coyley's coming. Owen Coyle's coming.
Has he come? Get him up on stage.
Ian McCall's coming.
Senior or junior?
Senior's coming, I think.
Senior.
If he can get away, he's coming, And Marv, you've been nominated for an award, mate. We're delighted to be shortlisted for the Spotify Listener's Choice at the Scottish Podcast Awards. It's a public vote, so we need your help to win.
Please vote us at the link in the description box below, or you can scan the QR code on screen. You can also search Scottish Podcast Awards on Spotify and vote for us there. You get 3 votes at a time, so we'd really appreciate if you vote for Open Goal to win the biggest award of the night.
I actually voted for you lot.
Did you? No, you never.
Yeah. I swear
What
I actually
a
did.
guy, Marv.
I actually did.
It would be fucking scandalous if you never won. It'd
Neighbour.
be fucking scandalous, innit? They're obviously wanting to let up and coming to try to help somebody out.
Aye.
Like, it's a no-brainer, that.
Daylight robbery,
Would be.
mate, if that happens. Total daylight robbery.
Who would you hate to see win other than us?
Ford.
Ford Kia, that'd be good.
What he done is.
It can't be a Celtic podcast or a Rangers podcast couldn't win, sure.
No. I don't
Of
know.
course it can. It's content, innit? What people enjoy watching.
Oh, it's
Nah.
content, innit?
I can bet serious at there.
Content, man. Fucking content. I'd be good at
Chill
Ford.
out, man.
Ford was funny, wasn't he?
Who?
Ford.
He's
standing
a
in front
genius,
of-
mate. Genius.
Yeah, I think he's a Scottish comedy genius.
He's brilliant. I'm not just saying that this isn't a disrespectful thing, because I would watch his podcast. I didn't know he had a podcast, but I would watch that.
I would watch it. It's very funny. Right, Marv. Pretty mad few weeks for you, mate. How are things?
Good. Been nice and relaxed. Spending a lot of time in the gym playing paddle. The old people have got me playing pickle now as well. Some woman actually came up to me. She's about 65. She's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry what happened at Livingston, but you can play, she's like, you can play pickle with us now." I'm like, "Fucking hell, man!" Like, is that what my life came to? So yeah, doing.
Are you playing with any big names?
Nah, well, Lenny, play paddle with Lenny.
You play paddle with Lenny?
By the way, decent.
Is
Him
he?
and his assistant Ian, very, very good.
How did that come about?
Obviously, Lenny's my manager ages ago. So Rory, one of Lenny's kind of disciples was like setting up like a paddle group chat, and he just put me into it. So been playing paddle and stuff with them as well.
That backs up your point about paddle. You don't
Anyone can play it.
Yeah,
If Lenny's running about a paddle court.
definitely.
Farm-
Have you played?
I hate it, mate.
Really?
I like to get a sweat on when I'm doing something. It's like it's too stop-start for me.
I do like. I've only played it once, but I liked it. To be
It's
fair.
decent, yeah. Decent. Been doing a bit of that, and no, that's it, mate. Just kind of just been chilling out.
You said Lenny plays with his top off.
Definitely not.
Obviously left Livingston, went public with your reasons. Disappointing end there. 'Cause you've done well, mate.
Yeah, no, really disappointing.
Did you just assume that you were going to get next year, man, for her?
We were told that. So before we took the job, we actually sit in a room like this, and it was like,
With the Astro.
yeah,
The Astro did.
like, do you want to take the job? And I was like, nah, I don't want to take it. Then it was offered to somebody else in the room, and they're like, I'm not fucking doing it. Like literally, that's what they said.
Sorry, they asked you if you wanted to take it and you said no.
Yeah, because basically I went back into coaching. I obviously had a year out, was happy like in the coaching role, want to do that for the full season or even beyond that. I had no plans of actually going back in as a manager, like kind of straight away. And then the situation we were in was like a difficult one. So I was like, nah, like not for me at the moment. As I said, offered it to somebody else. They said no. Came back to me and was like, listen, I understand the situation that we're in, but you'll get next season to bring us back up. You know, we'll build a squad. There's a squad good enough now at the moment to get us back out of the championship, but we'll improve it over the summer. We understand that no one's going to do like this bit without having next season. Obviously, 14 games to go. Effectively, we're down. So that's what was promised us at the start. So like, right, okay, we'll take it on. And obviously, you know, things began to change as time went on.
How many games did you lose in the 11 games? Because it wasn't many, was it?
No, so we lost
3 maybe?
We lost 4. So we lost to Falkirk, which we had it like 2 days. Then we had Celtic.
Last minute.
And also in Chamberlain scored in the last minute. And then we lost 2 out of the last 9. So we lost to Kilmarnock, which was a disappointing one. That's probably the only result, an actual game. Yeah, we weren't great in that. And then we lost the last minute to Dundee United. But the 11 before that, the team had lost 8 and drawn 3.
I'd watched like loads of within that as well. Hearts game, Rangers game, Celtic game, and I honestly I thought he's improved massively. I thought he's way more competitive.
What did you change in, Marv?
We changed the shape completely. So we were playing a back 4 before that, and obviously trying to play from the back. And you know, obviously we conceded quite a lot of goals, etc. We weren't really that much of a threat going forward. So in our 11 games, we actually scored more and conceded less than 11 games prior to that as well. So just changed it about, gave the boys a little bit more freedom going forward, didn't press as high, but when we turned the ball over, we had more energy to then, you know, try and go and attack. And we did that against Rangers. Effectively, that's what we were trying to do, like suck them onto us and then, you know, go the other way. And the boys managed to do that until obviously went down to 10 men, which made it difficult.
Are you looking to get back in, big man?
Yeah, as soon as possible, me and Hasty definitely. Gonna try and get back in, either down the road or back up here.
Have you had any offers?
Nah, we've spoken to a couple of people in England, but nothing up here yet. So
here's a fucking unreal question.
Better be good.
Hearts, Rangers and Celtic, you drew with 2, Celtic have scored 90 minutes, great performance. Who would you have said at that point you thought was going to win in the league, playing against them? No bad?
No, I don't mind that question at all, mate.
Who do you think was a better team?
Hearts or Rangers, if I'm honest.
Wow.
Yeah. Genuinely thought that Hearts or Rangers would win it at that point.
Why you got sacked?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking got rid of us.
I actually thought you were getting both the games as well, to be fair.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The boys were brilliant. They brought into everything we were trying to do. Like I said, there was a massive change of shape and training and everything else we were doing in terms of the video and stuff. But they brought into all of it, and like couldn't fault them for the 11 games, 100%. But as soon as the goalpost got moved at the end, we were like, nah, not going to.
So is that you adamant now, Matt, if you want to be a manager here? That's what you want to do?
Well, I was happy in the coaching role, so I would be happy to go back into another coaching role if that's what came up. It wasn't like I need to go and be a manager. I want to go and be a manager. We kind of like pushed into that, and then told that you have to then apply for the job that you were told that you'd be given next season. And that's why we were just like, nah, morally that was wrong for us, and we decided to leave.
I think you're a manager, mate.
Yeah. I don't mind any of them. Honestly, I really didn't. But again, having Hasty and Grantley, Neil Hastings like coaching, unbelievable. Like really good, and we all worked really well together. And that's why it's probably disappointing after the 11 games to say, you know, you're gonna have to apply for the job. That's why we were like, nah, like come on. But the team had lost 8 in the 11 before us, and then all of a sudden we were a lot more competitive. And like you said, played 5 of the top 6, did extremely well in those games as well. And then we're just like, no, that can't happen. You
confident you could get them back up? Did you think you would be?
Yeah. We were 100%, and that's the thing. We're trying to prepare for the next season, and trying to come back up. But then it got a little bit more difficult when you got new players being shown around and lads are bumping into them. Like it was a little bit chaotic towards the end.
And did you know the new players were coming in?
Nah. So on so many occasions, players who had been in or their agents would then call me and say, "Oh, where were you, big man? Didn't get to see you." I was like, "I didn't know you were coming in." Like, do you know what I mean? So it was difficult. And obviously, you know, you as a centre midfielder, for example, you see Andy getting shown around, you're thinking, hang on, I'm asking you to run through a brick wall for us on the weekend, and Andy's coming in next season to take your place. Like, but the boys,
I'd
again,
understand. I'd fucking be like, good job.
get rid of me.
Fucking great shit.
The boys stuck with it, to be fair to them.
Need to see him back in.
Aye, definitely.
Stay in Scotland, mate. Didn't go down south.
Nah,
Right, boys, on to the most incredible season of Scottish football, decided at the weekend. Could you believe what you were watching at the end of that?
Wow.
You got to
You
Best
said you're
game.
emotional.
Nah, my mate was getting beside us.
Throw him under the
Big
bus. That's good.
I know, that means
Never getting a bird again.
Well.
Big Shuggy was in floods of tears when Osman ran through. Best game I've ever been to, mate. Best atmosphere at one. I think I genuinely thought Hearts were going to do it. I couldn't really see. I messaged you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Couldn't see Celtic doing it, but the genius of Martin O'Neill, mate, the subs he makes. Does he change his shape as well?
He did.
Straight at the back. Trusty comes off, because I think Hearts did it in the last game at Tynecastle. A lot of their game plan was to leave Trusty on it. There's not a lot of movement for Celtic. But when that changed, Sriracha was so good when he came on, and that actually makes a huge difference.
You've laughed at that all season.
Sriracha.
But again, how many games has Martin O'Neill made subs that have went on to score goals or change it? Thought it was absolute genius, but what an incredible.
His points tally since he's came in is ridiculous.
13 points clear.
Scary.
Isn't it?
13 points clear.
What do you think he's done with him? What do you think he's changed?
I think he's made them go back to basics. I really, really do. And ultimately, you look at the players that are there, they're probably the best actual team, 11. I know everyone's praising Motherwell for the way that Motherwell play, but you look at the players and what they've won, and I think he's just given that freedom to go back to it. I think Nancy tried to overcomplicate things, and they're probably like delighted to get rid of him. So again, the bounce you get from O'Neill, him coming in, simplifying things, and allowing the players to go and do what they did. But yeah, unbelievable game. You're right at the weekend.
You say, man, did 50 minutes ago, do you think Hearts have got this?
15 minutes to go now. Just
Yeah,
purely
starting to create chances.
and I also think that Celtic have created an unbelievable habit of scoring late goals. So you always felt, we even said at Fir Park, I mean, Celtic didn't get in Motherwell's box after Negan scored, and I still felt that somebody would get a winner either side. But even it was more the first half, to be honest. The way the first half panned out, I know hindsight, like this means absolutely nothing, but if Celtic don't get that penalty and it goes in 1-0, then I probably can see Hearts holding it, because at that point in time, what was Celtic's best chance before that?
They weren't creating much at all,
look as if they were going to score at all. And obviously they get the penalty, which is it's one of the ones that's disappointing for Kizidis. It's an element of fortune how it comes around, but as soon as Celtic scored, I just felt as if there was going to be a siege at some point in the second half. Now, whether that been the last 10 minutes and you know you need to score to win the league, you're going to throw people on, you've got two strikers up front. Ian Acho again, I thought made a massive difference when he came.
So good.
So good.
And then you just felt that the time was going to come. And then see as soon as Maeda scored, straight away I was like, that's miles onside.
Yeah.
How he gave offside for that.
I completely killed the moment as well. Stopped on a celebration.
I know, that's terrible, and it stopped on the celebrations. Do you think if Hearts had held on to half time, it could have been a different game?
Yeah, definitely. I think Celtic fans are beginning to go in terms of they were getting so angry at Trusty, but I think they'd have booed him off at half time. I think the pressure would have been totally different. The penalty, like talk about Iniacho's penalty against Motherwell was high pressure, but Engels won as well, and obviously goes just underneath the goalkeeper. I think it changes everything in terms of how the fans are at half time, the half time team talk, how the players are actually feeling, because they've been poor from Celtic standing in the first half, but it's still 1-1. So which means if you turn it on a little bit in the second half, as Andy said, you're going to go on to win the game.
We do need to say what an incredible season for Hearts. Was it 80 points?
Oh.
Aye, unbelievable. 250 days consecutive at the
That's
top
where
league.
they'll be so sick though, mate.
Mate, obviously it wasn't Celtic win, but you actually did feel a bit sick for Hearts, man.
Yeah.
That whole fucking season, mate, for nothing, basically.
That pains me to say because I support Hibs as well, but you see when you saw them like coming off the bus and like they were in tears and stuff, you're just like, knowing they were so close. They'll never get that close again as an individual. You won't. They won't get that close again. I actually felt so sorry for them. Genuinely did. Felt bad for them.
I actually thought they defended unbelievably well as well. Essentially
really
the full
good
game into the last 10 minutes. I thought Steinwinder was
He was
unbelievable.
great.
He was hobbling around after like about half an hour as well, but he was brilliant.
Aye.
Absolutely brilliant. Dell's tactics were spot on as well, by the way, in the first half.
Yeah.
Really,
Trusty
really
didn't
were.
know what to do.
The players were killing him, Andy. They
No, I
were-
agree.
I
They
know,
movement
I know,
in front of
but-
him, but is that a players or is that coaching?
But see
No, but as a player, surely, like, just
move.
kept coming inside
Yeah.
rather than staying wide. He's left-footed and they're leaving him on the ball. Why are you coming to clog it
See,
up
my
in
thing,
there?
like, I agree with you. I did think it was a lack of movement in front of him. But see, when you feel as if there's a lack of movement in front of you, you don't step into the game. And he was like stepping in. There was nothing in front of him, and he was turning round and going
Fans
back.
were shouting at him to go forward though. He's like, didn't know what to do, man.
But I thought Hearts' game plan was spot on. It's just as soon as Martin O'Neill made day changes,
they looked a bit lost, Hearts, when they put Chuck, weren't they?
Would it be right in saying the Hearts subs weren't great?
Listen, it's like I think now you look at it and think bringing Frankie Kent on a minute after half time, but you can't.
You're using a stoppage.
You're using a stoppage, but then you can't foresee that Benny Birmingham is going to get sniped 4 minutes later. So you're 50 minutes in and you've had 2 year stoppages.
Was that tactical, that first sub, or was it an injury?
Well, you can only assume, no, it wasn't an injury, you can only assume that it was because Iheanacho came on and they just wanted almost a like for like. But you know what it's like as a manager, right? You always know when an opposition team's making a half-time sub.
They normally tell you.
Always.
Yeah. Normally the referees at your door and said they're making one sub, who's coming off, who's coming on.
And one of the staff members outside, he sees Iheanacho go almost 1v1 with a sports scientist. So you then use your 2 stoppages. You know you want to get Bragg on at one point, and see when it goes 2-1, you're throwing all the attackers on like Celtic done.
Celtic done
but you don't have a stoppage
never had
to
a
do
chance to do that. Do you say Iheanacho was doing 1v1s with the sports coach?
No, but see if you're coming on as a half-time sub.
Your warm-up's different.
Oh,
different.
I
So
thought you meant he was fucking taking them on.
So your warm-up's different, so you almost know he's coming on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will Hearts see this season still as a success?
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though they were in top that long and lost it, we sort of last game of the season.
Look where they were last season though. Like, it has to be a success to finish second. And again, players probably won't realise that until a couple of weeks' time, but it's a massive, massive success. And they got Champions League qualifiers as well, haven't they? Still?
Yeah.
So, a brilliant season.
How long can this like deflating feeling last? Do you think it will?
All
does it
summer.
go all summer?
I think so, aye.
Could it creep into next season as well, do you think?
I'm not just, I don't know if you've heard the same. Apparently, Braga won the Sports Writers Award last night. Apparently, he was crying on stage.
Was he?
Aye. He obviously got asked about it and just burst into tears.
They were all greeting when they turned up at Tynecastle, weren't they?
That's when that'll last all summer.
I think.
How did they not get changed at Parkhead?
Because they said they wanted to get out there, felt intimidated, I think.
Or did they just make the decision just to get them out?
Just to get out.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, because people had their boots on and stuff.
I seen that walking at 10. I thought, how have they not been changed? Strange.
But I still think it's a brilliant season for Hearts.
Yeah, great season.
Is it the best title you've seen, Si, from a Celtic point of view?
The best?
I don't mean football-wise, I mean they're a lot better football-wise, but as in what...
Probably the first time you thought Celtic they've got no chance of winning it and they come back and win it. Any year that they've won it, it's been very comfortable for them.
Yeah.
But and I'll be honest, I never thought the football was great under Martin O'Neill.
No.
Even early on, I thought there's no way Celtic can win the league playing like this, but
Yeah.
just shows the sort of mentality and character he's brought to them, doesn't it?
Aye.
Do you think as players that's the best one that like James Forrest and Callum McGregor?
They were all saying that,
best
weren't they?
title for them.
I think it has to be for
It has to be, doesn't it?
point of view.
Oh.
Like the drama wise goes down to, what was it, the 87th minute made or scored?
87.
He's
got to be,
He was incredible again, Maiden.
He just turned it on, mate, didn't he? The last 7 games. Even that, from a Celtic point of view, though, like, remember they beat Dundee United? I thought that was it, because they couldn't afford to slip up.
Yeah.
They hadn't went on a run all season, and then to go and win 7 games, it's just incredible.
Right, come on in, does he keep the job? If it's your decision.
So, see, on that, right, when asked before, I was almost like, nah, Martin, he's just in for this season to get him going again, but why wouldn't you give him the job? Because he's 13 points clear since he's come in, so he's absolutely battered the league since he's come in. He knocked Rangers out the 2 cups. He was in the final, obviously, Nancy lost the final, and he's in another final, so you would be talking it could be won a treble.
Some decent performances in Europe as well, fine order.
Aye, done well in Europe. I mean, probably the only thing that you'd maybe see is the performance levels, but I don't know if you can throw that at him, with everything that's been going on.
I think if he wins it, he gets it. Honestly, do.
It's just his age, Andy, though, like, as a Celtic, people come in who are going to be recruiting, but they want somebody there that's going to be there for maybe 4 or 5 years. Rather than somebody.
My big thing is, I think you're only going to get one chance of getting the Motherwell manager. I think this is your only chance to get somebody in. I think he is very special. I didn't think you could turn up the chance to get him. Like, thinking of what he could do with that Celtic team is so exciting.
Yeah.
I just didn't think. I think Celtic get any better under Martin O'Neill, if I'm being completely honest.
No, they will
I
get
think Jens could take them to another level.
Yeah.
They will get better, as in with like Jota still to come back, Carter Vickers to come back. Alistair Johnson's made a huge difference in the last sort of 3 games, and then in the summer they will.
A coach like Askew with their players.
No, I know.
I think it affects your recruitment though if you've just got a manager on a year-to-year contract. I think if you're trying to sign players and you've got a couple of options, you're like, well, Martin O'Neill's going to be there now, but who's going to be there in 2 years' time? I think that makes it difficult. I think they do need a mini rebuild as well, so it's been ran too close this season. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they can go into the next season.
See in terms of Maeda, he's irreplaceable, isn't he?
Aye.
Yeah.
Like, see all the players that Celtic have lost over the years. How can you replace him? I've never seen somebody. He's we talk about it all the time. I've never seen somebody run the way he runs.
No.
Ever.
Scary.
And he will be away, won't he, this summer?
Yeah.
Who was it? Was he telling me, as we spoke about this before, the Bayern Munich players couldn't believe his stat
Tony, what was
Tony said it last week.
last week, yeah.
Take whatever Tony says, your pinch or something. Well, fuck me.
I know Hoofy Bayern's told Tony that. Do you know what I mean?
Tony's been
Fucking
down.
Harry
He
Kane
sent
went up
them
to him
some
after the
socks,
game.
man.
Tony's even there. Fucking.
What did you say, Harry Kane buys his socks?
Yeah, why the socks off Tony, man?
But Osman looks a player, doesn't he?
Aye.
Alistair
Johnson's
man,
made a massive
what the
difference.
difference he's made.
Even at Fair Park
Brilliant.
Tuesday when he comes off, mate, Wednesday, when he comes off, the level drops off. No, I felt a game like it, mate, in my life.
How were Hearts when you played them, Mav? What did you think of Hearts?
Yeah, they were good. One thing that we kind of noticed is they go man for man. So all we were trying to do is make the winger go into a fullback position, the fullback go into a winger's position in terms of when we were attacking. But no, they were good. Obviously made the foul at the end. I think we were clean through on goal, and Mark Leonard pulls one of the boys back. But we did think that they had it in them to go on and win the league. Definitely, I think Dale had them set up really, really well. Obviously, I was disappointed to draw against us because we were bottom of the league. But they were in every single game. Do you know what I mean? And Braga and Shankland, I think that Shankland's first game back, the difference that he made was absolutely scary. Two best strikers for me in the top flight this season, those two.
See how Celtic do just like go at the end and so many last minute winners. Like, what do you like? Rangers said they didn't do that, did they?
No.
Like, what have Celtic got in that? Is it the players? Is it
Mentally
coaching
fatigue
staff?
you, man. You can't get the ball. You actually can't see when Oxlade-Chamberlain scored against us. That's just our players are just tired. They just can't get out to him, and they constantly keep the ball. And physically, yeah, they're wearing you down, but mentally, you can see the players and been out there playing against them, and just like how at some point they're going to score a goal, at some point they're going to get an opportunity, and normally it's a ball to a top player. I think that's what they do different to Rangers. I don't think Rangers really dominate the ball against you, so to speak. I think you can have a bit of the ball against Rangers as well. Where even Celtic this season at times they just turn the ball back over against you so quickly, and then just keep it for long periods where it's just draining.
I do think it probably is just almost for years of winning. So it's just that winning mentality within the group of players they've got. I think Martin O'Neill obviously makes a big difference to that as well. Because like he says, like how many times have they done it this year?
No.
Did you think
Double
Celtic
figures
were gonna
anyway.
do that?
No, I didn't.
Didn't feel like it, did it?
No, I thought Hearts were going to win it, mate. Huh?
Hearts completely just stifled them the whole game.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
they?
it was so poor.
But even when you, it's not even about like you think it's not like there's 10-15 minutes worth of momentum coming. Do you know what I mean? Because like you said, Fir Park, like
No,
didn't get near Motherwell's box. last 10
Motherwell were
minutes.
brilliant in that game, yeah.
But I think it's it's almost just ingrained in them, innit? That it's going to come.
Is that why guys like Callum McGregor are so invaluable? I know he's not been at his best this year, but he just brings that mentality.
When they needed him towards the end of the season, I think he's been back to his
Stepped
best.
up.
I think he struggled when they went to just playing two centre midfielders in there, because obviously at his age, and people start talking about his legs going and stuff, but as Andy's saying now, I think that mentality thing, and it would be every day in training as well. I think T&E spoke about it after, what he does as a captain. These boys have won before. I think that's where I was always saying about I didn't think Hearts could win it because none of them have been over the course to do so. So many Celtic players have, and I think that was the important thing come the end, where these Hearts players will be better for the experience next season. But this season, I think you've got people like James Forrest, Callum McGregor, just like leading those boys every single day. And listen, they've managed to do it in the last kick of the game, basically.
How surprised were you when you seen Braga not playing?
I know, I couldn't believe it, mate. Josh Windass texted me, he's so busy.
That's a mistake if you do that.
I was told before he wasn't playing, and I know Dale normally keeps it up, but he apparently we've been struggling for a couple of weeks.
I think he says that.
One last game for me.
I know, that's my thing.
Go for it.
That's my thing.
I know, but to start him and his going to go, and there's probably an element of he's probably going to get sold in the summer as well. So if he goes and does a real bad one to it, you're probably trying to balance all that up, aren't you?
Yeah.
In terms of we can get good 20 minutes out of him when the game slows down, but yeah, it's a massive miss for them.
Do Hearts get a better chance of winning the league again?
I don't think so, mate. I
Yeah,
genuinely
yeah.
don't.
But even what about when you look at Tony Bloom's other teams, and then it's usually after like 3 or 4 years that they end up winning it?
No, listen, I get that 100%, but I've said it. I don't think Jamestown's signings have been the biggest reason, why Hearts have been there this year. I think they've actually, what's been the success rate of the signings they've made this year? It's not been loads, is it? Now, I do think that could improve, but I know you don't agree with this, but I cannot see Celtic improve massively next year. Celtic cannot even come close to how bad they've been this year. Can he? Impossible. And Rangers are going to have a Russell Martin stint again. So I just think Celtic and Rangers are going to improve. Can Hearts improve enough to kind of get to that level? I just can't see it. Maybe in 5, 7, 8 years, because at the end of the day, they're the first year into what they said was a 10-year plan. So the fact they've got to this stage in 1 year is ridiculous. But over the next 3-4 years, I just can't see them getting anywhere near the opportunity they got this year.
Do you think they throw more money at it because they've came this close? Or do you think Tony Bloom looks at it and thinks, say he had, I don't know, earmarked 6 million for this window coming up, and he might say to himself, do I throw 10 million at it? Because I really do think we can get closer. Because I agree with you, Celtic can't be as bad as they were this season. The Rangers will definitely be better, but I think he throws more money at it, thinking, right, we're right on their coattails now, we have to kick on again, because if you don't do that, and you go the other way and you finish 4th next season, then it becomes a disaster, which is...
It's like, the thing is, like, say 6 million or 10 million, it's Rangers 25 million, it's Celtic's 30 million.
But how Rangers and Celtic spell it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, if they both, if Celtic in particular have a window that they have last year, then there's certainly an opportunity, but I almost think that's impossible. I really do. Celtic cannot have anywhere near as bad as the 2 transfer windows they had last year.
Just want to ask him, if it was Jens or Martin O'Neill, who would you take? Come on, you're the Celtic fan for the stand to hear. Speak for the 60,000, go on.
I've answered it already.
Dirty old town.
I think you ends it, which is mad gamble, because if you look back at his sort of career, has he done well, Jens, anywhere else he's been? I'm not sure how well he's done, or success, or what he's won or whatever. Martin O'Neill's just proved this season that a complete winner, and he will win you stuff, but I think what you said is, for going forward for years, Jens is the right guy to take.
What about statue? Would you genuinely build one?
Start building it now.
Would you?
Yeah, start building it, fucking building everything else.
What would he be doing in the statue? He loves that wave, doesn't he?
The wee wave, isn't he?
What would he have on?
The wee trackie.
The wee, why is everything wee? 6 foot?
No, exactly.
The wee trackie, the wee wave.
Kuipers.
Martin O'Neill's 6 foot?
I don't know, is he?
Can't he be?
Nah, maybe compared to Simon.
I genuinely can't believe what he's done. I really can't.
Well, you
a fairy
you had to
tale,
go
mate.
home, you said you're too emotional to go.
Too
It.
emotional about him. I know you're not going to like it because I think I'm putting up to the fans, but I've just got too much for me. The full season, everything where you thought they were. And I've had it in the math against when they beat with Hibs at Parkhead. They lost to Stuttgart, lost to Hibs, and I thought, that's it, done. They're not good enough to go and run that amount of wins. And it's all down to that wee guy, that big guy. Not that wee guy, but Martin there, it's absolutely exceptional, mate. And I don't feel you've given him enough credit.
No, he has. He's been amazing. He has been amazing.
I want to know how many times Celtic or Rangers have won off all games in the split. I think there'll be 1 or 2.
You say like I've won every game in the split, is that what you're saying?
One every game.
Aye.
Even that, see, like amazing Celtic teams, amazing Rangers teams in the past. It's like, when did the split? I don't think Rangers have had an amazing team since the splits came in, but I bet you it's not. I'd be surprised if that's been done before, and if it has, it'll be once or twice max.
But probably the worst team as well. Is that the worst Celtic team you've seen win the league in recent years?
Aye. By far.
Worst
By far,
Martin in 10 years, definitely.
Isn't it? But
Years of being up here.
I mean, that recruitment we've seen in January, the injuries I've had, some of the teams that he's had to actually play. I mean, remember the game at Ibrox where they went to penalties?
Yeah.
Start having to play that day. My God, what a fucking job.
It does just show you as well to like, we always talk about how important it is to be good tactically, but that being that man manager and being that sort of person in charge is so important as well, isn't it? Because they haven't done anything special in terms of football, have they? But he's just.
But then his in-game side as well.
In-game subs, yeah, very good.
Been incredible. The amount, as I said earlier, the amount of subs that he's made, it's changed the game. Even the other day, with Hearts, changed it to the 3, puts 2 up front. Incredible.
Last question for you is, I want you to make a prediction. Will Hearts challenge again next season?
No.
Challenge to that level, or just challenge in general?
Well, let's say will they break the top 2 again?
No.
No.
Next year, I don't think so.
Nah, I think it'd be a struggle. I think it'd be a mammoth task for them to do it.
It all depends on recruitment.
Yeah.
And if they are third, they won't be miles behind. I think it'll be tight. I think they'll be tight to second place if they're not to finish second. I don't think you'll see a massive drop off from them now.
So if Martin does get how do they change recruitment to? What do they need to do, Celtic, to change recruitment?
They have to get people basically in the background that can suit the job. Because I mean, essentially they don't, do they?
Then who appoints him, Andy? Say it is Martin O'Neill gets it, who then appoints this guy? Is it the board?
It'll be the board, aye. Well, it can't be Sean Maloney, surely.
No,
well, I'm being serious when I say that, because he's had about 3-4 different roles, hasn't he? And I'd find it amazing if he goes back up to that role and Martin O'Neill goes upstairs and then they hire in a manager. So I think they need to get somebody to come in that role. But even if they don't, I still don't think they can do as bad as they've done last year.
The worry
it's near impossible to be that bad at recruiting players.
But the worry is Maida will be away. Hitati will be away.
Engels,
I think, will be away. Yeah.
Aye,
I'm taking 25 million quid for Engels, mate, all day.
Got the World Cup as well to come, so he'll probably get even more more than that for him.
And to see in terms of like losing Hatate and Engels, right?
Well, Tati's not even really playing, is he?
Well, the money you're going to get for their players, for me, they're both definitely replaceable. I just don't think you can replace Maeda.
No, you can't.
No,
That's a worry.
He's a big one, definitely.
Hal McGregor another year on.
Gonna
That's
keep in the
such
action.
important.
Oh, damn it. I'd just fuck him on for 20 minutes every game, mate.
Mate, his link up and hold up play.
Oh, he's a joke, mate. Even when he was dropping in, his passes were fucking... He never gives the ball with
So
me.
good, man.
That was his first touch for the man.
Well, Celtic's first chance essentially for the equaliser is that natural one.
Yeah.
And like you said, the first touch, it gets wrapped into him. He just opens up his body, takes a Hearts player out, and then you're actually expecting him to score just because it's him with that type of quality.
Aye.
22, 23 yards out, obviously bends it off the post.
Do you know who's proved me wrong, mate, for years? Scales.
Mate, how many times have I told you?
I didn't think he was...
But how easy was his game Saturday? He literally just stood with Shankland next to him and let's keep
No,
the ball.
no, just on it. No, just on that hit.
He's buzzing, isn't he? He's buzzing, mate. Are you be like that with your skills? What about it, man?
I think positionally, Skills is unbelievable. Honestly, I think
he
he's
defends his
unreal.
box well, doesn't he?
Don't get me wrong, he'll have his deficiencies, but I think he's so underrated.
Do you think Hearts...
I think they will.
Do you?
I think this wee guy's a genius, mate. There's
really
evidence
hope I'm
there to
wrong,
say
though.
that he will, mate.
I really hope I'm wrong.
What a
I'd
bad
love it
day
if-
you had. Did you see that? Brighton lost out in Europe. Hearts lost the league and Union thingy lost as well.
Did they?
Bad end of season for
Imagine we get even close to a league like this next year. Competitiveness-wise, sorry, with the clubs.
Been amazing. Right, time for a shout out for our betting partners. SBK, sign up and receive a welcome offer of £40 in free bets when you bet £20.
Once you're signed up, make sure you check out their unbeatable new features. Their new Aka Boost is a game changer, giving you even more value on every football accumulator you place.
And that's not all. Their brand new social betting feed lets you tap into the betting wisdom of the app's sharpest minds, including us. You can find all of our weekly picks and coupons right there in the app. Get downloading it, set up an account, 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly.
Did we cover everything there?
What else, Danny?
I don't think we did.
What else do you want to talk
Didn't
about?
feel like it, to be
Didn't
fair.
it feel like we covered?
What else do you want to talk
Go and
about?
bring it up. What about Sriracha for that goal, though?
Incredible pass. Because that's what wasn't happening in the game.
Mate, what about the run?
Pass.
Ellis
I know,
was on as
chopped
well.
inside at the start, man.
Aye.
And then Gibson goes it, he's just running about all the pitch to try and make a difference.
Should Dale have changed something when Martin O'Neill changed?
Couldn't he? He's made all his subs. We've covered that.
Couldn't
No
he?
listening. Cleanly, here's
That's
it.
right.
Can he change it? He made a
Did it
change.
earlier on, aye.
He obviously made the Frankie Kent change. Benny Beningame got looks as if it's probably a bad one.
Hamstring.
Do you know what? I don't know if I mean Hearts. You see, when I kept seeing Hearts players go down, I was thinking, get up.
But-
Did you say that?
Stop going down. Get up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know if
That
that
was a
me.
tactic, they'll win it. They'll do it through the whole full game, mate, the first
I
half.
like it, man. I was like, just get up and get fucking through
Well, the
this.
Benny Beningame one.
He was
couldn't get
Steinwinder
up.
was doing every fucking 2
Steinwinder
minutes.
in the first half, aye.
I think
you're
he made
3
a
minutes
massive
away.
difference when he went off.
Aye.
Yeah,
Such
he
a
makes
good
such a
player.
difference,
Yeah.
mate, innit? He is
Such a
such
good player.
Sorry, Davey's just wanting you off, Marvin. Scotty Arfield's second
So you
half.
can text him.
Did you go on the pitch?
No.
But
Don't know if I
what?
believe you.
Should we
No,
talk?
I
I know
don't
I
believe
love him, right? But Spill's free kick as well, man.
That was free kick.
At the end, massive pressure.
Oh, aye.
He's got over here, hasn't he?
His foot turned into a bit of shit, didn't it? It did, mate. He just never hit it.
That was my partner for my whole career, man. I'd have been happy with that. Yeah, I felt for him. As soon as they lost the first contact, you're thinking, oh no, absolutely done.
Yeah.
I don't know why the keeper didn't take it, and then, well, he's a big boy. I need to go.
Big boy, He's a good goalie, isn't he?
But do you know what
Really
clubs need to learn? See next season, see if you go 2-1 up, just let the fans just run on. The game will finish. So you've won 2-1 regardless of what minutes on, just everyone pile on 65th minute.
Not at all.
Did he blow his whistle? You see, he came out now and said he blew the whistle.
I heard it.
Did you fuck? Did you fuck?
But it was...
You said your daughter's to run on, didn't you?
Martin O'Neill says he didn't know the game was done.
Did he?
Aye. I don't know.
But no, like, I don't like when any fan runs on. I just don't like it. I prefer you just watch your team celebrate so you can see them going round and take the moment in. But there's one thing running on, but then doing what I said to the
players, it's
going up to
fucking
players, going
moronic.
up to the manager, and that's disgusting.
What
You
about the
never
guy
do
that's
that.
holding his win?
I know. man.
Honestly,
Absolute
mate.
madness.
That's awful. And the fans shouldn't run on, but sometimes at that moment it just...
No, there's no excuse.
There's not no excuse, but sometimes that moment was that
Sounds
big.
like making an excuse.
No, not at all. But when they went on, no excuse, but they get up to players and that's not acceptable.
Your dad was on with the lollipops like that.
He's holding Slaney up, man.
Imagine George running on with Slaney, getting shanked with the finger.
Don't feel we've covered it enough again.
I don't know. Well, you've got, if your Hearts players, you're cracking somebody, mate, nah.
Well, that's the thing.
Oh,
Like,
raging, wasn't
God.
but you understand why.
so, aye.
Also, you don't know what that fans went up to you to do.
Rightly so, aye.
Hundreds of fans running at you.
Exactly. You've got no idea what they're going to do.
You keep saying with no cover then, so bring something
I
up.
know, you're gonna...
No, I'm just trying to think. It's the best. It is the best.
Covered it.
Best league we've ever had.
Covered it.
Best season.
Uh-huh.
We covered that as well.
But you're right, it is probably.
Isn't it, mate?
In terms of
Can't remember a season quite like it.
even the Falkirk and the Motherwell story.
What's the biggest story out of those two?
I love that good fit boys prevailed this year.
I
There you
think
go.
Falkirk over
What do you mean?
what McGlynn's
Falkirk
done.
and Motherwell.
I think
The
this
top
season,
two, you
Motherwell-
just don't
Yeah,
play
yeah,
football.
yeah.
Fucked it. Uh-huh.
Eh?
I can't
Falkirk and Motherwell have been the best stories of the season for me. Amazing to watch.
Well, you've got Falkirk, Motherwell, you've got Martin O'Neill, you've got
Dale,
Eric Stint at
suppose,
Heart.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen football like Motherwell's, mate.
No, no in Scotland.
Have you?
Ange maybe, but actually,
Not the turn of those players though. Andrew's
Yeah.
doing it with the best players. I know they were really, really good, but the Motherwell, without being disrespectful, what the turn he's done in the years. Because was it Clyde that you played earlier this season when the fans
First
were like
game,
booing, like, because giving the ball away and
Then
stuff
when
in the
1-0
League
down to
Cup.
Peterhead in the second game.
mad, mate.
Crazy.
Some
And
of the
he
things
just
you're
stuck with
watching's
it.
unbelievable.
You just can't get the... See, there was a spell in that game when I take you should have, and I was like, Celtic can't get the ball from Motherwell.
Aye.
It was like Celtic couldn't win Europe, mate.
Aye, Celtic, it was like between like the 20th minute to half
That's it.
time. Celtic just kept kicking the ball away every time they got the ball back. That's what I meant to say to you. Taneki, mate. Is he ever going to see past half time any time he starts?
He was woeful though. He's brilliant when he comes on, but when he starts, it's been a problem.
How does Celtic have so many players that are
Good off the
ridiculous
bench.
coming off the bench?
Is it the pressure they can't deal with? I don't know, is it?
Maybe the opposition are so tired when they come. I just thought, I really rated him when he first came.
Aye.
Aye, so that.
What a quality.
So that.
Can I just say
to see
this
it now.
on the Engels thing? This is where I didn't get the Engels stuff right. 25 million quid, and I've seen Elliot Watt and Fadinger pop the ball in them twice now.
But that's
and I've also seen Dylan Tate and Brad Spencer, who played in League 1 2 years ago, pop the ball in them as
But
well.
if you're giving Motherwell manager that much credit, you're saying he's a genius. The way
Even
he,
just a decision.
no, but the
mate.
way he coaches, and you're saying Celtic
Yeah.
don't have that. Maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah. No, I get what you're
Engels
saying.
in that Motherwell
Even
team.
like Jules and that, when you look at Watt and they get up against Engels, it's like,
I
kept
don't.
winning the ball back off
I don't
him.
see Engels doing much, to be honest.
Nah.
I don't.
I think if Celtic get 25 million quid for him, mate, it's
Need
honestly
to
it's
take it.
arguably the best bit of business that you've ever seen in Scotland.
Oh, I agree. Nigan's the same, isn't he? Like, literally does nothing.
But I mean, he scored 20 goals.
So it's understandable.
You can understand that.
Yeah.
I think it's mental for you. But listen, fair play.
Anything else you want to cover?
Just keep saying we're not covering them, but doesn't
Men on Hearts now, first side, Hearts' side. Yeah.
Right, go on then.
I don't know if they'll see it as a success.
What?
I don't know if they'll see it as a success.
Who, the players?
Why?
Just being in top of the league that long. If we covered that as well, I think we did. Fine. Let's move on to cup final.
But that is see when the post split fixtures came up, when they first came out, that is where we made that case for Celtic. Is
Aye,
the fixtures are like
Hearts and
ideal
Rangers.
for Celtic.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hearts got to Celtic Park. You can look at it both ways, but turned out no ideal because you're going to Celtic Park the last day where you need the result.
Mm-hmm. You all happy?
Well, it's you that's not happy.
It's not
mate.
happy.
It's
no.
no, I just feel that you've no give Celtic and Martin enough credit.
What do you want us to say? This is an unbelievable achievement what he's done with that group of players.
Okay. Cup final, I can note, especially what's happened there with Celtic winning. I thought Celtic were always going to be massive favourites. Obviously, if Dunfermline, but I could see that being a bit of a down now.
Didn't you?
Aye.
Use the same?
No,
Yeah.
No.
Think it'll be tight.
I just can't see it being a down, as you said. I've said
well.
because I've said this for weeks with Celtic, and not once it been a down. Do you know what I mean?
Who have they gave it
I think
to?
they'll win the game. I think they'll win the game, but
I just think Maeda against those. Listen, the Dunfermline defenders are good. They're good young players. I just think they'll never face anything like it. I think he could actually run riot on the.
Who Maeda?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I actually think it'll be quite. I can see it being 0-0 up until like 30th, 40th minute. I think Celtic will win 2-0 or something. I don't think
Lenny
it'll be a
defo copies what Dale done, didn't he? The
Think
trusty
so.
thing. 100%. That's
Trusty
exactly how
again.
he'll line up.
down. See what I will say? Dunfermline's got so much pace in their back three. Now, no
Yeah, yeah.
Maeda level pace, but
I just think
that
his
will
movement
help
and
them in
stuff
this
will
game.
be. I think it's gonna be a tough afternoon for them.
back Celtic will win.
Is it still the same team for Celtic? Go the same team? Taneki start again?
I start tonight.
No.
I
They just need to keep changing them every week.
would prefer to start in actual, but I don't know if he is better coming on.
I don't think he's got the energy to start
No.
games.
Big man wasn't letting go of that fucking trophy either, and nobody was taking it off him.
Nah, no chance.
Mate, how long did you have that trophy for?
I would have just taken a picture for him or anything. Man. He was not
seems
letting
like
go
a hero
of
as
that.
well, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was not letting go of that.
Go, it's the last time this season that's your front three. Every single Monday you've talked about it, so you can't finish it now.
I would put James in
Did you?
for the left.
Off the left.
Or you could put Yang for the left and Jamesy for the right.
Yang does. I don't think Yang
My
works enough.
preferred would be a natural starting, but I think you get more if you can't last, then bring him on. So Jamesy starts. For
So
the
see, going into the summer, because we keep talking about the rebuild that probably most clubs need to do, how much for you does Celtic need to sign?
goalkeeper,
Nah, he's not good enough.
striker,
10 strikers, mate.
and then right winger,
So,
What about
so they
left
only
winger?
need three?
left winger, 2 wingers.
Is that without them losing anyone? Though?
Yeah,
Like, in
I thought that.
terms of
No,
how
yeah,
they
I
are now?
Okay, but then Maiden that goes as
You
well.
know what Yang's good enough to play wide right?
I need competition, I say.
But Forrest is signed another year, you want 3 right wingers? Fucking
still
put you in
Here's
recruitment.
one. No, but Yang's actually
Fucking recruitment, man. Look, he wants a right winger, he wants 5
I
right
would
wingers.
rather see these, what we're talking about here, is more a conversation between us all. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, I don't think it's just getting directed to me what I think, but Celtic need about 5
You're
or
a
6
fan on
players.
this couch. You're speaking for the fans here. What you want?
No, they need about 5 or 6 players. Didn't they though? But I believe.
Would you sign Sriracha again?
I'd
Aye.
sign Sriracha again.
Aye.
Definitely.
Do you think he signs? Do you think he would stay? I don't think he would.
Because he's not played every week.
Yeah, I think it's hard, like, for a player of his age and his quality. I think it's difficult because you know Tierney's going to play.
Aye.
And Tierney's done really well to stay fit this season as well. I don't think it's that easy to keep him.
He's
No,
pals with my dad.
Yeah.
Sriracha.
Aye.
His boy goes to the school my dad lollipops at.
No, he doesn't.
Swear to God. Chooses ear off all the time.
Your dad chose Sriracha's here?
Sriracha's when he drops him off in the morning.
Love it.
Brilliant, innit?
He's a good guy.
Top guy, he said. My dad said, according to him, he's staying.
Well, he's not going to say I'm fucking leaving, is he? He's
not gonna tell
by
you
the way,
that
mate, I'm
any more,
leaving.
you know that?
Go and tell your son.
The school have been letting know
That he's going to be there next year?
next year.
Wow, there's an exclusive. That's on the front page of the Sun.
What?
The school have been informed. Wait, who at the school's telling a lollipop man what kids are staying and going next year? His dad's head of recruitment for the school. That's me got Sriracha's boys signed up for another year.
Yeah.
Aye. Do you keep Martin O'Neill?
Say that again?
Do you keep Martin O'Neill?
I think if he wants a job, then Celtic should give him it, aye.
Did you
ask
ask you? Over ask you?
Fucking
He wants him to say, Mother, that's
I think
right.
I want him to ask you. Job.
If it was Martin O'Neill, would
I think
you want Rangers to go for ask you?
Aye. Fucking right, aye. But I think if it is Martin O'Neill, I think they need to bring in another coach.
Wow.
Another one.
Aye.
To add to the 8.
Well,
Sean just sits and watches Paw Patrol on that fucking laptop, man.
By the way, he's aggressive on the sidelines. by
Who's
the way.
Sean?
is
Mate,
Is he?
yeah. Like, I've had a couple with him on the sidelines. Yeah, like, really aggressive. Once when he was at Hibs, and then when we played them at Celtic Park in the game at Oxlade Chamberlain scored right at the end, the ball went off. One of their players went down with a head knock, and the ball came into our dugouts. I was holding the ball, and I think it's Sinetsky came and said, "Give me the ball." I was like, "Mate, your player's down behind you, like on the floor." He's like, "Bro, just give me the ball." And I was like, "Yeah, your player's down." And then
Give me the ball, I'll give it back to your team.
yeah, exactly. I looked to my left, and then Sean literally came right next to me. He's like, "Son, just give him the ball back." I was like, "Who the fuck are you calling
Son
son?"
Job.
Yeah.
He's went up
No,
my
mate,
estimation.
honestly, who the fuck are you calling son? And I saw him after. He's like, "No, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean to be disrespectful." I said, "But who are you calling son?" Like,
Was he biting his lip while I said that? Tell me you noticed that.
On his interview, he kept biting his lip.
So he needs a coach, Martin O'Neill?
Aye, I think so.
Son Joff, mate, huh?
yeah, subbed me off, man. It's close I've been to a red card as a manager on the side.
Fuming, mate.
Fucking head was gone, man.
What a coach to play more? What possession-based football or?
Well, I'm of the belief that Celtic Rangers should always have a top coach. Now, Fozzie and Sean Maloney have obviously done the job. They've won the league, but based on their CV, would you say they're top coaches? I would look at them as more up-and-coming coaches. So I think if they had a top coach alongside them, I think it helps them all.
I've heard Sean's unbelievable on the grass, though. That's one thing I have heard about him.
Kenny Miller says
on
to
the
me,
grass, like,
Fozzie's
frightening.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Why do you think we never seen like great football on the pitch and if they're both
Was it
great
the time to
coaches?
do that?
Right.
Probably not. They probably just thought, like, let's just get ourselves kind of going and be as efficient as we possibly can be without changing too much. And ultimately, it's worked for them to win the league. But I definitely agree with you. I think in terms of style, I think it's a lot easier to implement come the summer, come pre-season, first day of pre-season, this is what we're doing, rather than trying to pick a team back up who was really struggling under the previous manager and looked like they were cut adrift.
Two coaches isn't a lot either.
Well, they've got Strachan as well, big
McMahon is
as well.
there as well.
They're not doing anything, are they?
I don't know. They're there.
Well,
They're there. on the bench,
Mick's there because Martin O'Neill's there. He'll probably go back to what he was doing before, no?
in the 20s,
You'd imagine.
So,
You're staying quiet on it.
On what?
You're letting your mate to fucking go for it and you're just staying quiet. What do you think?
I'd like to see them. I've said it before. I'd like to see them play better football. That group of players that they've got, I think they've been great. Even Saturday, I thought it was a real struggle. A real struggle.
Yeah.
Danny Rowe still better than Martin O'Neill? You as well.
Imagine.
You as well. Both
At
of you
that
said it.
stage, you
No, exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
He's changing
That's
it.
fine.
changed
As
4
long
weeks
as we
ago
said
and
that,
Mark.
clip it up and get it sent out.
See whoever finishes
Send it
higher
out
between
across the
Rangers
web.
and Celtic, would you
Yeah.
agree that just automatically means they've done the better job?
Yeah.
Right.
He
So
pulled his pants
Rangers
down
were
already
ahead of
before
Celtic
that
in the league.
twice.
Yeah.
We said at this moment in time, Rowe's done a better job. Now Celtic have won the league, of course.
Send
Martin
it.
O'Neill's done a better job.
People like clips.
Clip it up there to them saying it and
To be
send
fair,
it
you
all
did
up.
call what Celtic? Did you call Celtic to win it?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, he said
You
half for
fucking
ages.
balloon. You said 2 weeks ago they wouldn't.
Nah.
Don't take that credit.
No, not at all. But I think I did say Celtic at one point.
We made a score.
I just couldn't believe he's fought that. Roll ahead of O'Neill. Just couldn't believe it.
Just like how mad that Martin O'Neill could be his last game against Lennon as well.
I know. That's what means a fitting end for him.
Isn't it?
I can't see him wanting it next season. I really can't.
Why no, Mav? Just because the age thing.
Yeah, I just think it takes so much energy. I think he's came in, he's saved them this season. What a way to go out, potentially with a double if they beat
Hero.
Dunfermline. I just think it's just fitting for him to just say, like, that's me done. On to the next one.
What will Lenny, have we spoke about this? What will Lenny do? Do you think he'll sit off the game, sort of similar to Dale?
Aye, probably.
At the counter. He is very good at that. He's very good at coaching that, Lenny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they'll have a chance of winning it, but I can see it being tighter than what you think.
Has he got a goalkeeper?
Aye.
He back?
I honestly think it's going to be like a
Done.
Celtic, yeah.
Would have 4-0 Celtic?
Yeah, I'm thinking like that. Celtic scoring 4.
Wow. Lenny done a good job at Dunfermline this year.
Oh, brilliant. Honestly, brilliant. And I think he's changed so much as a manager as well, from even just being around him now compared to what we had at times at Hibs, where he's a bit more fiery. I think he's got the most out of those players. No one even expects him to be in the playoffs. And I know they're unfortunate to lose to Partick in that game. Let's get him to the Scottish Cup final as well. The job he's done, the credit he deserves, and made some big calls, by the way. Benedict's just coming out, and Hamilton, 2 experienced players that he's like,
Yeah.
now I'm going to play the younger boys. Yeah, he's done a magnificent job.
He does look more chilled on the side, doesn't he?
Aye.
I watched the game Friday
Snooze must be
night.
stronger now,
Snooze
man.
must be stronger stuff. He's got the Livingston boys snooze. I sold it to Lenny.
By the way, talking of taking someone's snooze, I'll say this quickly. I remember we were at Hibs and Shock, I was on the bench and game was going on. He's like, I can't remember what he said, and he's like, go and get fucking, it might have been Stokes, he's go and get his fucking snooze. Because Lenny ran out of snooze, and the boy's like, what?
During the game?
Yeah, like, go and get his fucking snooze. So one of the boys goes in, comes back out, gives Lenny the snooze. Lenny's doing whatever he's doing with it. After the game, I'm sure it was Stokesy. Stokesy comes in to check his thing. It's empty, man. It's a bit of his snooze, man. Didn't even one bit.
You think he'll get you think he'll stay at Dunfermline next year? You think he'll get offered bigger jobs?
He should get offered a bigger job.
St Mirren would be a no-brainer, I think, for St Mirren to get Lenny now.
They could go down though.
Is that a bigger job than Dunfermline, you think?
I
with
don't
the
know, what
backing
do you
and stuff
think?
they've got? It's
It depends if it's
difficult
up, I
one.
suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But he seems to be buying into what they're doing. He thinks they've got a big project going, a lot of ambition. So
That's
it
what
just
everyone's
amazes
going
me
in
that
the right
clubs haven't tried.
Is it only St Mirren we can think in top league who would go for him? Who's the other jobs?
Every other job, they're quite secure, aren't they?
Aye.
I've always thought Lenny at Dundee United would be a good fit.
Aye.
If good whenever I went, I think he could get a tune at Dundee United. Probably like have them punching above their weight.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to.
Sleeping giant name,
Gonna
isn't they?
change.
Dundee United.
Great word, sleeping giant.
Isn't they, mate?
But else I love for the weekend, dead rubber.
Like, you like that?
That saying, it's a dead rubber. I like that.
There was a couple of them yesterday.
All 3 of those games were dead rubbers, weren't they?
I know, how's that? How are they 3 games on the last game this season?
I know.
They should have been on the Saturday, not the top 6 on the
I know.
Sunday.
I never understood that.
Fuck's came up with that?
Never understood why it's that way around.
We Neil McCann's done brilliant, mate, hasn't
Oh,
Amazing.
Class.
Great job. They actually play good stuff as well, don't they?
yeah.
Right, boys, we're just going to take a quick break to give a shout out to our sponsor, Golf Clubs for Cash.
This summer break's just about to start, lads, and I finally decided this is a year I'm going to properly get into golf. My visit to the unbelievable Golf Clubs for Cash HQ has inspired me.
I'd love you to get into reading things off a piece of paper. Love you to get into that.
Well, see the one you went to Edinburgh, Slaney boy?
It was amazing.
That isn't the only retail store they've got, as golfers can also browse equipment in locations including Warrington, Milton Keynes and Southampton. These stores offer a huge range of second-hand clubs on display, along with expert advice and trading services.
For many golfers, it's become a destination to trade in old clubs and walk out with something new. to them with the safety of knowing they can return to the clubs purchased in store within 14 days of the date of order and in the same condition as when purchased with no hassle. What clubs are you going to get from Golf Clubs for Cash, Slaney boy?
I need the full lot, mate. As you know, big golfer now. My clubs are really bad, so...
What's your favourite club?
What? Hybrid. But I don't need to worry, as Golf Clubs for Cash have everything from drivers, fairway woods, hybrids, individual irons, iron sets, wedges and putters. And they stock more than 120 brands, including Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, Ping, Mizuno, Cobra, Strix and PXG. Brilliant.
I know we've been talking them up for weeks, but it's not just us who recommend Golf Clubs for Cash. They've built one of the strongest reputations in the golfing community with 60,000 plus 5-star customer reviews on Trustpilot with an average rating of around 4.8 out of 5 out of tens of thousands.
So if you're watching the show and are thinking about trading your clubs or looking to buy a set for the first time, there's a special offer for Open Goal viewers with Golf Clubs for Cash offering a 5% discount on your first order when you sign up to their email and SMS updates via their website.
Once you register, you'll receive the discount code along with updates on new arrivals, deals and trade-in offers. So sign up in the URL in the description box below or scan the QR code on screen.
Scan the QR code to get your Titleist balls.
How high did you put your tee?
Eh?
How high did you put your tee?
Halfway.
Right, boys, Motherwell seal 4th and deservedly so. It'd have been a travesty.
That was a doing at the weekend.
A doing.
A lesson.
I think it was right to go and sit behind the ball all the time, and that's the mentality you bring out your players.
But I do think we need to be but I do think we need to be careful a wee bit that would they criticise David Gray as in when we're giving Ashgood this amount of credit. He's a genius in that. And Hearts have had their best season in a long time. Has it been that bad a season for Hibs? Should they be doing better, do you think?
Well, let's ask the boys.
I think a big part of the narrative is down to how well Hearts have done. Hibs' main disappointment's probably been the Cups, I'd say. Because you look at Motherwell, St Mirren, Falkirk, they all went cup runs.
What about style of play, Andy, from a Hibs point of view?
I don't think Hibs fans will be happy with it, personally. I think Hibs are almost renowned for the type of football they play, and they have been over the last kind of decade or so. Whereas this year, I genuinely do think that this is the best squad of individuals Hibs have had since probably the squad you had.
Yeah.
With McGinn and McGeoch and Scott Allen and all these boys. I think that individually this is probably the best squad since then. And I don't think they play great football, I must admit.
Should Hibs, we asked this last week, should Hibs with the players that they've got, the money they've spent, be going to Falkirk and only having 30% possession?
No, and I think that's something that'll change over the summer. Definitely, I think you lot are right in terms of what the fans want. I think Dave will change in terms of the style that they do play. With the budget they do have now, they're spending a lot of money, and you're probably not seeing that all the time on the pitch. I think you'd be disappointed with the game against Motherwell because even with 10 men, they couldn't get close to Motherwell, which is a huge problem when you're spending that amount of money. So, yeah, again, you talk about the Falkirk game, that shouldn't be happening, shouldn't be going away.
Are they good enough to coach that, Marv? I don't know. Can you coach that?
I don't think it's his style, is it?
I don't think to dominate the ball and to
don't know if he wants to do that.
I think you can get, it's not always, I think you can get good players into certain areas of the pitch, and ultimately it's then down to them in terms of final third. It's all about, I get it having a structure in the defensive third and the middle third, but I think Dave will give them probably a little bit more freedom in the final third now, and whether they change to a back four, which people have been calling for as well. I think they've got the money to go and recruit the players that they need to fit into those kind of roles. Definitely.
I just hate a back three. Right? I hate a back three.
In terms of what we played a back three, and it's interesting that some people do say they hate it. In terms of what?
So the only time I've played a back three that I actually enjoyed it was at Hearts, because your wing backs were literally wingers.
Yeah.
Whereas see just your kind of generic back three, which I think that Hibs almost got to an extent where Pastak's a right back and Jordan O'Beat as a left back. I just don't think it's right for Hibs' team. Now they finished third last year. And they've actually accumulated more points this year, so he's not done a terrible job. I'm not saying that, but I just don't think that that's a style of play that you associate with Hibs.
I think they collapse into a 5 again when you're playing against these teams very, very quickly.
Yeah.
When you can get 3 of your players at the top end to make them go into a 5, which again causes that problem. And something that we try to change is if they're attacking down one side, then your left wing back will just come in as a midfielder. So you're only ever a back four. We're always key on that, but I get what you're saying.
And then see when they're on the ball, man, for me it's like they want to try and find like a Ballasar or a Newell, whoever's in that position. They want to try and find him unopposed to look up and literally just hit a switch or play cross balls in the box. See if he's not on, they just spin the ball in the channel for 2 strikers to run to.
Well, yeah.
And then see, listen,
Quite predictable, innit?
see yesterday I thought it was Saturday. I thought it was a clinic, an absolute clinic again.
Could Hibs not get the ball if he's landing
Couldn't get the ball. I mean, first half could easily be 2-3-0 easy and it's out of sight. Again, these things, I know we analysed disallowed goals and these things don't really matter because at the end of the day Motherwell won the game, but the second goal gets disallowed by Elijah Just.
Never, mate.
Like, just standing next to the goal, that's a foul.
That's a shocking decision, mate.
So you can clearly see the goal, he's just, again, scared to catch it like every goal in the world now. Tries to punch for under his bar, doesn't get a good punch on it, and then he starts claiming to the referee and they give a foul for it.
That was a
It should have been out of sight way before.
Hibs need a coach. Would you say someone to Martin O'Neill with you, Dave? Maybe need a coach in there? Marv? Bandset?
I don't know who the coaches are.
They got Liam Craig, yeah, and Eddie's there as well. So, again, I think it's like you said, because it worked last season in terms of where they finished in the league. I think David would probably been silly to rip that whole thing up. But like you said, seeing how Motherwell have done it this season, obviously Hearts the way that they've played at times this season as well. I do think you'll see a shift in terms of what Hibs do over the summer, definitely.
Brilliant. Will Jens be at Motherwell next year? Yes or no?
Nah.
No
way.
chance.
Unfortunately, no.
And how?
Do you know why? I'd love to have seen his team in Europe. I'd love to see him take Motherwell into Europe.
Aye.
You know, amazing.
Mate, you don't want to go into that Motherwell job after him.
No, you can't. You can't take that. Nobody could take that, mate.
Especially
They'll just go manager.
the players will be gone as well.
Hey?
They'll not have a manager for years. Nobody should take it.
David Clarkson.
Aye.
I just hope they try and hold on to as many players as they can as well, because I get it. Like, it's obviously not an easy job to go into after him, but he's leaving a brilliant group. Do you know what I mean? So it's still appealing in that respect. But if he leaves and they sell Elijah Just and Tawanda Maswanisi and
Surely
Callum
those two are gone,
Slattery,
though.
and they all go, it's then...
I think they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Well, it's like a manager. If you have a season like that,
have
ultimately
to go.
people got, it's going to be the same players, isn't
The
it?
club deserves so much credit as well, so don't it? You get so many clubs in Scotland that just recruit the same people outside the box. With Wimmer done well, went and got Askew. Like, it's the boy Kirk, isn't it?
Aye, and I think they'll do the same again, which is good. They'll go down that line of a manager that's got a certain philosophy, a certain type of philosophy that obviously they've tried to go with.
That's forward thinking though, isn't it? Like you said, we've not seen that in Scotland. Like, so many times it's like a big club will get rid of a manager and have no idea what's next. Like, they deserve huge credit for that. And by the way, sticking with it, because it wasn't easy at the start.
Yeah.
And, you know, giving them obviously the confidence to keep playing and doing what you're doing, they get the just rewards at the end. So I'm delighted that Motherwell, as much as it hurts Hibs in terms of them finishing fifth, fourth was the minimum that I wanted Motherwell to finish, because just the way they've gone about their business this season.
Do you believe that every player in Scotland are capable of playing football like that if they're coached properly?
I think Motherwell have shown that. I really, really do. Before the season, probably not. But ultimately, again, it's one of those things, if you get the ball and you know where three options are going to be, then almost every player is good enough to do that, especially in a top flight. And I think that when you watch Motherwell, it's always like everyone knows where the next pass is, if that pass is on, where the next pass is going to be. And one thing you notice about them massively when we played against them, so many players are willing to run forward without the ball.
Mate, they run so much.
And they know they're not going to get it. They're going to run forward maybe 9 or 10 times and touch the ball maybe twice, but they open up the space to somebody else. That unselfish running that they're doing is unbelievable. And that's down to the lads doing it, by the way, because certain players will be like, I'm not running forward for you to get on the ball.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I'm going to come towards the ball. They're brilliant to watch, brilliant to try and manage against. They were excellent this
Do you
season.
know what he's doing? I've seen the ball's wide, your two centre mids get over to that side of the ball so quick.
And
Could be
all
an
the
option.
tens.
Tens are over as well. Just create overloads on that.
That's the goal for Lucas Fidinger's goal. When you go and watch it back, Manny Longello gets it in an area where every club in the league's going to cross it for. But we then bring it all the way across, you create an overload, find like the byline basically.
Yeah.
Then Cookie obviously cuts it back to Lucas. He chops it. He obviously gets that wee bit of ricochet, wee bit of luck, and then left foot finish. Lucas, easily the most underrated player.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Easily.
He can run like fuck as well.
Oh, he's amazing, mate.
Because remember the Celtic goal, McCann? Ball comes to McCann. There's no centre midfielder in shot for him to bounce the ball off it. Motherwell get fucking 4 over that situation. They're so good at doing it.
Aye. I cannot remember, and I watched the full game, I can't remember a Hibs chance. Like, I can't even remember Hibs' best chance of the game. Genuinely.
Wow.
Can you remember? You watched it?
Yeah, I watched the game. I'm trying to think of the opportunity they did have.
Mate, they battered them at Fir Park and all this season, remember?
Yeah, and Hanley got sent off.
Jenky will stay in Scotland. Got a bad feeling he's going to go.
Well, that's what I will say from a selfish point of view. That obviously, I hope it's no Celtic, but I'd rather he stayed in Scotland and went elsewhere.
Definitely.
Because
I agree.
Again,
I think it
so
has to be Celtic. I think it's probably done.
Do you?
Yeah.
You heard something?
Felt something.
Nah.
You felt something?
No. That's just my guess. I would think that's done.
I heard that he is good at it. He's right far down the line with it.
But then, well, like you said, mate, the interviews on Saturday would suggest that it's Martin O'Neill's job if he wants it.
He probably don't know that Jens has got.
Imagine co-manager.
Martin O'Neill, the two that were happy and amazing, wasn't it?
I think you could be right though. So I don't know if you can miss this chance with this guy.
No, I think you can, mate. How would you feel if Martin O'Neill got a Celtic job and then Jens got the Rangers job? Would you be worried?
Aye. They'd be right up there in Rangers, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be harsh because the guy's only had one transfer window, but I don't think Roll's the answer, mate. I really don't. You know that? I don't think
Well, let's just go straight on to Rangers then. So you're saying Roll's not the answer?
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know what they're trying to do. I think a mentality, you can throw at the players you like, but Martin O'Neill's shown that he's brought that. He's only had one transfer window. Barely had it. He came in sort of later in January. And I just don't think Danny Rowe's got that side to him to be a Rangers
Completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
I think mentality's always brandished at players, but it starts with the staff.
Yeah,
Therefore.
They're the ones that set the standard every day. He's talking about culture. It's you that drives the culture. Oh, it's you demands for the culture, and it's up to the players to drive it. So
I
that's
think
the doubt I've got.
Andy. I honestly do think a manager drives it, because I think you can't come off of it every single day. You have to be making sure whatever it is that you want done, and I think culture is absolutely massive. That's something that we spoke about, even being at Livingston. Obviously, Rangers are a huge club, but I think that comes from the manager and the coaching staff. I think it's you that has to drive that, and see if players don't fall into line, and then they're done. And that was one of the first things we said to the players. And I imagine Danny Rowe was the same. If you don't do it the way that we want it done, then you won't be a part of it. It's that simple, and everyone falls into line.
You see, on that, he's been criticised for the Tav thing. Is that no part of setting a culture where he's made the decision, Tav's no it, and he's just...
That's horrific.
It's the way he's went about it.
We talk about dead rubbers. Rangers couldn't move anywhere. Like, he's been there for 11 years. I think that causes you massive, massive problems within that dressing room now. And I do think that's irreversible for some of the players. Because ultimately, if you're looking then, James Taverner has been there for 11 years, and you've been there for 3 or 4 years, I'm looking at you as a manager and thinking, I'm not sure about you at all. If you can do that to somebody when there was no... Listen, if they were going for the championship and it was like the last game of the season, like it was Hearts v Celtic and it was Rangers v Celtic, I understand it. Play your best 11. To do that to a man that's been there for 11 years, no, that for me, I think you lose a lot of the dressing room.
You see this sort of decision, does that make you think he has out his depth?
I think it's just a combination of it that makes you doubt whether he's the right man for the job. But it's the way the Tav thing went about. See if on the Monday he tells Tav he's not playing, you'll come on the last 30 minutes, then listen, I'm not saying he'll be happy about it, but you can understand it more. It's telling him, saying you're playing, asking him to postpone an injection that you're supposed to get on the Tuesday, postpone that to Thursday. So put your body at risk when you've not got a club yet to play in this game. Your kid's going to an under-12 tournament in Holland, pull him out of that so he can walk on with his dad for the last time, and then phone him at 9 o'clock at that night saying, no, we've changed our mind, you're not playing. I think that's so bad, mate.
It's the worst.
I think it's a man who's trying to stamp his authority in the wrong way.
Yeah.
I do think it's probably one of them that he's thinking, is he beginning to lose a couple of the players for whatever it is, or the players falling out of line in terms of the culture and stuff, and saying, no, I'm going to show you that I'm in control of this, and he just done it the totally wrong way. I think, regardless of what he says now, I think if he could look back, and he would change his mind if he could go back in time. There's no way to make that.
He's talking about miscommunication. So, like, miscommunication, right? Well, we can already see what side the players have sided with, because you look at the reaction to Tab on Instagram with all the players. Jeddy Gassama worked with Danny Rowe at Chef Wed and Rangers. The first thing Jeddy Gassama does when he scores the other day is does Tab celebration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you just know straight away. And what that drove me mad recently is like, hating the question getting asked him about the players' mentality and the squad's mentality, saying it's not to do with mentality. Andrew Kavanagh does a thingy yesterday and says it's talking about mentality, trying to change the mentality. Mikey Moore's 18, doing his press conference talking about the mentality of the squad. So everyone thinks it's mentality except for him.
He's definitely checking the likes every 2 minutes, Danny Rowe, on it. See if he's liked it.
Fuck, Ryan Indeed just liked it. Just signed him.
Oh, mate, as a manager, that's your worst fear. So mentality is a big problem, and then also style of, like, Josh Windass was in Grosso Friday, and I was like, you're at it with Danny Rowe. He's like, mate, I can't believe what I'm watching. But he's the same, he's like, he said the same, he's like, being at Wrexham now at Rangers, he's like, it's so chilled. Like, you could get beat 4-0, you get clapped off, like, no, every decision you make is getting fucking scrutinised. He's like, it's obviously like the job, because he said as well, he's like, even guys that I've spoke to since Russell Martin left, he's like, everyone says Russell Martin was fucking top.
Aye.
He says the job just must be too much for these guys.
But their performance since the split has been absolutely embarrassing. I think the players are a lot better than what they're showing. his style's absolutely awful. I know that the players need to take blame as well, but I actually think they've got a good squad, Rangers, and he's getting, I know he got them back in, but he's getting nothing out of them, and that split was just pathetic, wasn't it?
What do you make of how they played when you played against them?
I think in game was probably the biggest thing for them, that they don't really adjust. That's what we had seen, leading up to the games. And obviously they were going with that 4-2-2-2 kind of formation. And again, we looked at Rangers' reaction. I think you saw it in the game against Hibs where they lose the ball. I think it's Fernandes, and doesn't even try and break a leg can't get back in. We realised that if we turn the ball over, that a lot of them don't recover. And that was the biggest thing for us. We said, if we can get them in counter-attack, you can penetrate right through the middle, because the players were failing to recover back into a shape quickly. And we get a goal from doing exactly that. So yeah, it was one of them that I do think if we kept with 11 players, we would have actually won that game, which is crazy to say. We're bottom of the league, Rangers are chasing the title, but we didn't actually fear them, especially at home.
And see that, Marv, right? So people put that down to players, so like the mentality of players, look at them trying to recover back in. Go and watch Motherwell. Go and watch Motherwell when a pass goes to them. I'm telling you, that's drove for the manager. That's not the players.
100%, you've got no choice.
Tawanda Maswinissi's biggest improvement, even though he scored that amount of goals, has been off the ball under this manager compared to previous.
But you have to do it. That's why, like you say, the manager makes you do it. See, if you don't do it, you don't play. It's that simple. There's no grey areas. And you're right, it's down to the manager driving that to make sure the players are doing it. See, if you don't do it, don't care who you are, your reputation, you just won't be involved.
This one obviously going way back, right? But anybody, go watch Martin Boyle's first goal at Ibrox during the week there after 5 minutes. So you're not tired. It's not the game of being tired. Go and watch Rangers' reaction to get back in position, get back into shape. It's honestly, it's mental.
Do you think he has got that aura where you would hang on his every word and you'd be terrified of?
You don't know unless you're there, but you can't see it, can you?
Yeah, no.
Even if you don't have that aura, you can do it with the decisions you make. See, if you're not running, then Andy plays. No matter who you are. And then all of a sudden, you're going to have to, everyone wants to play football. So that you've got the keys to everyone's happiness in terms of they want to play on a Saturday. So if you don't run, if you don't do this, then I won't involve you. And you see when the press asks you, why is Si not playing? Because Si's refusing to do what I wanted to do in terms of off the ball.
Hey, it was always me you come from when it's a bad
Sorry,
time.
mate.
Always fucking Si, innit?
Good man.
You know,
Slaney told me to do that before.
Fucking terrified when you were saying that. No, you're spot on, mate. It has to come for the manager, doesn't it?
Maybe a bit people say him at harsh because he only had one window, but oh God, no. He showed absolutely nothing to keep that job. Nothing.
Can they keep changing it? That's the other side of it.
I think you can do, Marvin, until you get the right guy, do you know? Why would you continue with something that doesn't seem like it's going to work?
But up until this split, was he the right guy?
Still debating.
I know you're debating the way they were playing and everything else, but I still think pre-season's absolutely massive in terms of what you want players to do. I think it's really, really hard. We even heard Ange talk about it. He won't go into another team during the season because trying to flip what they've been doing to what he wants them to do is far too difficult. I'm not surprised at all that they're going to stick with him.
So do you think we will see a totally different style for Danny Rowland, or do we need to? We need to see a different style?
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot slicker in terms of what he wants to do. I really, really do. I just think pre-season's massive to see. And guess what? If they start the season the same way as they've ended this one in terms of the same style and they look lethargic at times, then I think then you can definitely put it on the manager. But I just think just to change him now because he's not made that instant impact. Well, he did make the instant impact. The last 4 or 5 games haven't gone the way they want them to be. I think that'd be a knee-jerk, definitely.
It's the fact he was 8 points behind Celtic when he first came in, and then he finished 10 points. No matter.
Oh, behind Celtic, sorry, yeah, I thought you meant.
But he finished 10.
It's those 4 defeats, isn't it, post-split?
Yeah.
Like, where were they, before that? Everyone was saying it was Hearts or Rangers to win the league. It's had a really, really poor post-split for me.
We've spoken about that Celtic Hearts game, the 2 guys in the dugout. You talk about the mentality and how they get there and how they're getting to the last minute, and you're looking at Martin O'Neill Celtic, Derek McInnes at Hearts. I don't see that for Daniel. I just don't. So you talk about that aura to be a manager of their clubs. That's the one thing I'm questioning. On top of the style, I've said it even when they went on 10-game winning runs, whatever it was, 8-game winning runs. I just didn't think it was sustainable. I don't think they control games enough that you should if you've got that squad and you're at that club.
Would you take Dell
Aye.
if you could get him?
Askew and Dell would be the 2 I would be going for.
Get like Askew, Dell, Rangers.
Aye. Would Dell go? I think he would.
I don't.
Do you know?
No. I honestly don't.
But if he's thinking now might have been his best chance.
He's turned it down in a worse kind of scenario than this one. But sorry, a more no-brainer scenario, I mean.
But do you think in a better, like the club's in a more stable position now for him to take it?
But look at Hearts.
They're in a with 20
compared to Aberdeen when he turned it down with Aberdeen.
But the amount of money though he could spend around, and he's good with recruitment Dell. You know what I mean?
Do you agree with that about the Scottish core as well? Like, a lot of Rangers fans are saying they need more Scottish players in there. Would you agree with that?
I think you need players who understand it. I definitely think even if they're not Scottish, like British players who understand. I think the football here is so different. Even coming down from England up to Scotland, it is so different. So I do think you need those core of players, and also I think they drive what it means. I think you look at Celtic; they've got players within there that drive every day. We spoke about with Callum McGregor and stuff. What it means. I think you need the same at any top team to achieve anything in this league.
I think you're almost like. I think it's so important to have types of players like that in your squad. When it's like leaders, experience, know what it's about. I get that, but who are they players? Do you know what I mean?
How are Rangers going out and buying players that have won leagues, mate? They players cost fortunes.
And I've said it with Steven Gerrard's very first window at Rangers was Alan McGregor, Stephen Davis, Scott Arfield, Jermaine Defoe. Like no-brainers. Who's the no-brainers now? Who could be? Go and get him. He's like, and there's none. Do you know what I mean? So it'll just be interesting to who they identify as that, because one of them, one of them's probably Kenny McLean, who's been linked for the last 3 seasons. Like 30, I think he's 35 now, Kenny McLean. So it's like, but there's not really many you can kind of point to that and say, go and get him.
McBurney. But you need to spend a fortune for him now.
I think Jermaine, something to him.
What about that? What about that
unbelievable,
goal?
mate.
Yeah.
Even his
Something
header's
I see Jermaine, mate, I think he's top.
For January onwards, he's been brilliant.
Isn't he, mate?
Again, see another one. See if you had a manager that really pushed him and demanded off him, you could see Jimmy being a top player now.
Yeah.
His second goal's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
21 years of age as well. Like he's a number 9 for them next season, definitely.
Did you like your second goal?
Yeah.
What was it again?
The chest and the volley.
It was.
Look at him.
What, you never watched the game?
You're a bit shy when it came to that. He's unreal. Even with Celtic, like, he barely trusted last week.
Yeah.
Didn't he get that side of his game as well?
Look at the wee reporter with his pen in his hand.
He's ready for the end.
By the way,
of
he's
the
paying
season.
noughts and crosses by himself there, man.
What, anything else we've not covered for you, Paul?
Just for the other, I think Neil McCann, we did see him earlier. Finlay Curtis, incredible. The boy up front, for
Hugo's a good player.
He's
Their
sensational.
January window was unbelievable.
Where'd they get him from, Marv? Hugo?
Yeah, was it Barnet? He came through at Man United, didn't he, as a kid? Because they lost John Jules as well. You thought that'd be a massive blow for them. Neil McCann's job he's done there has been unbelievable. Really, really has.
See guys like Neil McCann, that's his passion for football on the side of the pitch. I love it, mate.
He's on to the players' side. You can see the amount of energy in that team.
And they played attacking front foot football under him as well.
Yeah.
Curtis is a joke, man.
He's on fire, aye.
Brilliant.
Isn't he?
Absolutely
Fire.
brilliant.
You wanted to play him wide right?
No, for Rangers, because Mickey Moore's got that left, but he's better than Scott Wilson and Gassama. I get the point, obviously, before Scott Wilson comes in, you're going to, it's easy now in hindsight to say that.
Yeah.
You'd have played Scott Wilson, but I thought he was brilliant with Rangers at the start of the season, the boy. But maybe shouldn't have been, but maybe it's the best thing for his career, played that many games.
Last podcast this season, end of season open goal awards, Marv.
Let's do it, Marv.
Yeah, you're at a severe disadvantage here because we've had a couple of hours to plan for this at least. So
He's good that way,
spot.
Africa.
So first and foremost, it's end of season, your top 3 players of the season.
Do you know what? I'd one in and all. Top 3 pundits.
No. Top 3 pundits.
So that's what you've written down?
I've got my...
top 3.
So we started with Andy.
Is that why you've not said the word this full podcast? The top 3 pundits. Fucking genius, man.
Right, top 3. And we start with third and working our way down.
Aye.
I've got
What we going with first?
I've got a late entry if you want me to start. My third is Maeda.
Players.
Can't end if you end the season like that, you're getting in for me. What was that? Scored in every game in a split. I've effectively won Celtic League with how he's performed.
But was so poor for, 6 months?
He's made it in me. I'm putting him third.
I'm going just number 3.
Okay.
Braga, number 2. Maida, number 1.
I'm going Shank.
Maida player of the year.
Maida player of the year?
Yeah.
How?
I've squeezed him
won the
in
league and he's won the
He
league.
never won it himself.
If it wasn't for him,
Igan scored 21 goals.
if it wasn't for Maida, Celtic wouldn't have won the league. Do you agree with that?
If it wasn't for Braga, Celtic wouldn't have been top of the league for that amount of time.
Hearts wouldn't have been her.
The what?
If it wasn't for Braga, Hearts wouldn't have been that.
No, but I'm
Like
saying
that.
about Maida, if it wasn't for him, they don't win the league.
Do you think he's player of the year?
He's not player of the year, Slaney.
You do yours and I'll do mine.
I'm going Shankland, just Braga.
Well, I've went Maeda, just Braga.
Winning the league, no count for it.
The team that wins the league, mate.
Players in that.
I know, but he's poor for 6 months. The boys have had great seasons.
So you're no counting it for winning then.
No, it's an individual performance we're talking, isn't it? It's no team
But
performance.
players in there drive you to that title.
I can't believe you're giving him player of the year.
Marv.
Come on.
I'll probably go Negrin third. The amount of goals that he scored for Celtic. Braga, and then I'll probably play just player of the year.
My favourite player
Slattery.
Callum Slattery.
What a player.
Love. Could watch him play football all day.
Bit of contract.
Is he? Take him at Celtic. I would take him at Celtic.
Would you?
Squad player, 100%, mate.
Right, here we go. Top 3 managers.
Ask you 3.
Martindale.
Am I just in my whole list?
On you go, because I know what you're going to say.
Dale number 2, Martin O'Neill number 1.
That's mine. That's mine.
I've went Jens 3, O'Neill 2, Dale 1.
Why Dale ahead of Martin O'Neill?
Because it's for me, it's just a much bigger achievement.
What, winning the league?
I mean, Celtic's no this big
13
understory.
points clear of
It's no this big underdog story you keep making.
But Martin O'Neill's 13 points clear of Dale.
Oh, but it doesn't matter. Dale was there
It
the
must
full
matter,
season.
and he's in the
Dale,
cup final.
Dale was there the full season. The fact that he had Hearts top of the league for 250 days is incredible.
But that's because
for me,
of the
it's a
mess of
bigger
the two
achievement
clubs.
than Celtic winning.
That was the mess of the 2 clubs. But on the manager of the year, Martin O'Neill must win it. 13 points clear of Dale.
Well, listen, if Celtic don't get the penalty that they shouldn't have got to Fir Park, if Derek McInnes gets the penalty, should have got to Fir Park, but there's loads of
But if
variables.
then
about
Hearts
that.
get their decision through the whole season, they wouldn't have been in that position. So we could go fight back tooth and nail.
But this
Martin
is over the
O'Neill-
last 2-3 weeks. If Derek McInnes wins it.
Throughout the season, if you can get Dale it when Martin O'Neill's 13 points ahead of him, that's in a different level.
Well, let's Marv.
Well, why have you not get Danny Rowe ahead of Jens?
The what?
Why have you not get Danny Rowe ahead of Jens?
He never won the league.
But he's got more points than Jens since he came in.
I bet Rangers are a much bigger club than Motherwell.
Is Celtic not a bigger club than Hearts?
I bet he's never won the league though, Danny Rowe. But Martin O'Neill's won the league
You
though.
said 13 more points.
I know, but Martin O'Neill's won the league. So that's why he's
So,
getting it.
which is why he's got into my top 3. Which is why I've actually put my head in
But I don't know how you can give Dale ahead of Martin O'Neill.
Because Hearts finished 7th last year. They've not won the league in more than 40
Marv
years.
gets the final decision.
Don't put this on me.
Come on, Marv, get the big boy pants on.
I'm with you. I'm Jens, Dale, Martin O'Neill. But I can understand what Dale's done at Hearts is unbelievable. I just think what Martin O'Neill turned around, Celtic looked to me that they were absolutely done. Absolutely done.
Martin O'Neill manager of the year, and then he's about to give him a job. Fucking hell. He's about to get Jens for
Get
stuff.
to Jens, yeah. 100%. You're right, Andy.
Winning that league. Could have won a treble if it wasn't for the club.
He would have won a treble, wouldn't he?
Aye.
He would have.
And you
What
Danny
a
Rowe ahead of
decision
him.
that was, nonsense, man. Holy fuck.
Well, leads us on to top 3 disappointments of the year, and we've excluded Russell Martin and Nonce because it's just,
All
it'll
right.
be in everyone's 3.
One, his sexual performance.
Right up there.
Do you want me to start?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like one of mine's is harsh, but
Olsen's got
That's
to be
what it
one
is.
there.
I've went Ague for Hearts 3 because everyone says he's like, I mean, Derek McInnes basically says he's one of the best players he's ever seen in terms of like, his signings. He could have been the difference, but one start all season. Couldn't keep yourself fit. Best ability is availability in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's my 3. Number 2, Kasper Schmeichel.
Good one.
Schmeichel stays in goals, they don't win the league. Celtic.
You want to take him in goals?
He's better than Sinisalo.
No, this season's no.
He is. Sinisalo's 2 goals at Motherwell. Dairy.
So would you have kept Gasper Schmeichel in the league?
I'd have kept him in a
Interesting.
1, Scott Olsen. I think, I said it, and I'm sure people would have agreed, that you felt as if Scott Olsen could have been the difference to win the league, and he was so poor.
I'm going to go 3 Jamestown.
Wow.
I think if they'd have got their signings a wee bit better, they would have won the league.
Jamestown.
I don't think. Well, how many did they get
They're
right?
3 minutes away from winning the league.
How many did they get right? I know, but that had nothing to do with the play. What Braga, Casaridis was
I know,
all
that's
right.
where they came for though. They two were huge.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. They've signed about
But that
8 or
can't be
9.
the biggest disappointment. No
I
way.
thought it'd be better. I thought they'd bring in better players for it. Their best players this year have all been boys that were there.
It's the first time in
Milne,
how many years is
Finlay, Halkett, Beningame, Devlin, Shankland been the best players now.
No, Braga.
Braga, but that's what I'm saying. You got 2, didn't you? Braga and Casaridis. Thought it'd be better
that's
for how it was talked up.
No, I can see a point. I wouldn't say it's in the top 3 biggest disappointments, but I do, like loads of people are talking, I don't think it's been as big this year as what people have made it.
that's took the heat
It
out
could
of
be
my
the
made shout.
future.
Like to cause a bit of controversy on that. But did you know? I thought every player was going to be brilliant. It's not been like that. Like how it's been at Brighton and how it's worked at Brighton, it's been a lot better than what it has for Hearts. I think. Nah.
Nah.
Ujing's been brilliant for
Well,
Jamestown.
I just look at Braga, what they've paid for him and what the potentially they could sell him for in the season and
goalie as well.
almost winning the league. I
But Marv, who else outside the Braga, Kizaridis and the goalie do you think has been exceptional? Signing.
But I think that's like 3.
How many for 9 or 10?
No, I think even more than that. I think they've signed at least double figures this year. Hearts.
3 out of 12 for someone that's meant to be this unbelievable thing.
Whose recruitment would you say has been better in
No,
in the
Celtic's
whole
is
league?
even worse. But it's
Look
only
at all
because I was expecting so much for it. I wasn't expecting anything. from
Si
Celtic.
argued a few weeks ago that he thinks Hibs' recruitment's been better than Hearts' this year. I'll just stand on that. In terms of a whole.
Nah.
McGrath, what is it?
Ballasar,
Chaiwo.
Mulligan, Chaiwa. Who's the other ones?
Hanley.
Eldon.
Heldon, goalie, good.
I think there've been more players that you'd probably say been like a 7 or 8 for the. But I think like Braga and Kizaridis, especially Kizaridis, the way he was in Braga, I think it just takes them above it. I think if you're saying how many you've got more that have been more than a 6 out of 10, I think you could say Hibs. But I think what Braga's done and how close he's taken them to the title, I think their recruitment's definitely.
Was Swallow in it?
On the what?
The James
James
Taylor?
Aye, they signed him this year, aye.
Swallow's been brilliant. My number, you've got to go Martin and Nancy, but you don't want us to go that now.
Nah, I can't. It's just too.
They're the biggest, aren't they, too?
That was fucking wild. Anyone else to throw anything else in?
Do you want to go?
Mine's is Hibs getting knocked out with Dunfermline.
Mm-hmm.
Shocker. Absolute shocker. Number 2, Celtic's recruitment. That's been a huge disappointment. And then number 1, Aberdeen is a
Great
club. A total waste of time, that mob.
Total waste of time, that mob.
Loves it.
I wouldn't say one word about it.
Would you put their appointment of Stephen Robinson included in that? Or do you think they've got that right?
I don't know if they've got that right, mate, to be honest. But that whole leading up to him, what was that about? Waited for months. They could have got him if they really wanted him. They didn't want him. They brought a guy in to get somebody sort of be abroad. That didn't work. Then they just went to Stevie Robinson. That was a total mess, but yet to see if that'll be the right decision or not. Would you put that in?
Great shout, mate.
You putting Aberdeen in?
Aberdeen, and then Olsen's got to be up there, hasn't he? Like, how
God.
people spoke about Olsen, like, do you think they thought a superstar was coming to Scotland, mate?
Aye.
And he's been dug shite.
I'd love to know that. So they obviously have the option to buy at the end of the season, but I bet his actual loan fee for this 6 months was fortunes.
Yeah.
I bet you that was about £2 million.
I know you don't. Have you heard anything about how he is in training or that?
No, I generally haven't.
Anything to add to that? Disappointments, Marv?
Getting told I'm getting the job and then the goalpost.
That's number one. That's got to be one. Belter, man.
Right, and last but not least, top 3 guests of the season. We said we'd exclude Marv.
I bet we won. I'm throwing fucking
Marv, you're
punches,
good.
mate.
You're very good.
Very good, aye.
Coyle, McCall, and Stratton.
Were they this season, aye? Coyle was he this season, aye?
Coyle, McCall, Stratton for me.
Stratton 1, Coyle 2.
No.
Have you got?
No.
Yeah.
Say what you've got on your sheet. The 3 Celtic players. Charlie and Aidan.
I thought
What's on your sheet?
Charlie and Aidan. I think they're the best guests we got on. But if it's guys like, if we got Coyle's this season, so Coyle goes in, number 2. Stratton's the best for me, mate.
Stratton's the best, I agree.
Strachan one there, yeah.
Aye, Stratton is
Strachan's one of the most intriguing men ever now.
brilliant.
I went 4 because I couldn't split 2. And I actually forgot about Coyley. So I'll just fling that out.
Coyley was a one-man podcast, mate. We never spoke for the full hour and a half.
Because I wrote Coyley. I wrote Stubbs. I thought Stubbs was really good, and I didn't expect it to be, which is maybe why I put him in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote Daz O'Day.
Daz is good.
And Aidan, but I completely forgot about Coyley.
McCall's brilliant when he comes on.
Brilliant, aye.
Gets it, doesn't he?
McCall.
So I wrote 4, half cheating, but...
What were your 3 top pundits then?
What was that on, is it? Go on.
Top 3 pundits?
Lenny's
my
one.
Lenny's so good. I love like see coming for something in that with having that. It's like nobody else would do that.
Yeah.
Lenny's my
He doesn't care, he's number 1.
He went with Lennon Match, aye?
He's called something out for Slot and Tav.
Did he?
Said he was out of order.
Alan Hutton. Alan Hutton's very good. You're not having him now? Just staring straight at
When
me,
you
mate.
go, mate. Now I know why Davey never gave you.
Alan Hutton's really good.
Is he good?
Yeah. Really good.
He's on with Charlie. I didn't really watch it. Was it T&T or something like that?
Premier they are.
Premier, I
yeah,
don't really watch.
yeah, no, he's good. Can't think of the third one.
What is he good at on the game?
On the game, yeah, like, and articulate it in a way that everyone can kind of understand, but like spotting things within the game, like really, really good
Wow.
as well. Yeah.
Who's yours?
Pundits.
I'll take Daz out my guest and I'll put him in the pundit with Faddy.
Yeah, Faddy.
Lenny number 1, aye.
Aye, Lenny's the best for me.
You're not saying much.
I think he
What do you
sounds
want,
something
Piers?
sharp over there.
What do you want, Piers? 3 top 3 pundits.
Who you like?
And
Fuck.
uh,
I'll get his fucking ass, man.
Michael Stewart. Like Michael Stewart. And 3.
He's more co-coms though, isn't he, Michael?
I like him when he's on the open all mics. I'd listen to open all mics on the way back.
okay.
He's very argumentative. He's
Yeah.
I think Mikey Shute's really good enough.
He's a good listen, mate. He is. And then who else do I like? McCoist.
No, that's not a pundit.
He's not a pundit, he's a
Co-com.
Clever though, he's doing it because
Like, clever, aye.
Number 3. That BBC, that's Andy Michael Stewart's a hard listen other than that. Fucking hell, man.
Scotty Allen, he does a bit.
Thought he's alright. Thought he's alright.
This is your fucking award, mate.
I'm just letting him suffer.
Daz will do. He was on Saturday, wasn't he?
Aye.
Thought he was good.
Andy.
Ryan Stevenson's been good this year.
Aim for
Andy 1, Faddy 2, Lenny 3.
Paddy's
Lenny 3.
I'm surprised with that. I think Lenny's the best.
You and Faddy are like split though.
Uh-huh.
You two like, I think you two are.
Paddy looks great.
Aye, he does.
See him? Lost so
I
much
messaged him at the game, can you get me on? Because he was on the pitch. No chance, he just rocked back.
Why Lenny 3?
But I think you and Faddy are the best. What a season it's been, boys, ain't it?
I've
My
covered that.
God.
That one done.
What a year, man. Don't
9 done. 9 seasons done.
I don't think we'll ever
Testimonial
get it as
next
good as
year.
this again.
What?
Don't think we'll ever get it as good again this year.
We'll get it next year, mate. What happened again? Get an good
You going to sign it off for the fans for the year?
No, I done it.
Come on,
I done it.
come on.
It's your
Oh,
turn.
they're all waiting on
I
you.
done it on Thursday.
All
It's
the
your
vlogs
turn.
have watched for you now. You know what I'm saying now?
It's your turn.
You know what I'm saying
I done it
now?
on Thursday.
Bad, that.
So it's your turn to sign it. You two sign it off.
Go on.
You, mate. I have
Thank you very much for the season. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you next year.